Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman News gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know it can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman News.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News, King Roman News. Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this
show. Good morning. A shout out to the dopest subscriber. Shout out to the motherfucking crew. Thank y'all for being here with me this morning. Thank y'all for coming through for this topic because I was like, now hold up. I knew Diddy was into some shit, but I ain't know Diddy was into some shit. And so we are going to talk about that today. I know y'all want to talk about Will Smith. I still got that. I got all my notes on the Will Smith, but we got to talk about this Diddy and Cassie thing because, see, this right here, this wasn't done for no reason. Oh, baby, this wasn't done just out the blue. This wasn't like, I'm just going to think about it today. This was years in the making. This was very calculated. And I had the pleasure of talking to my friend from like 2 to 4 this morning about this case. He's an attorney. He was giving me pointers. Make sure you tell them this. Make sure you say that, add this, use this. So we got a lot to talk about today. And I'm glad y'all here with me. Make sure you hit that like button if you come through the door. Get your coffee, get your rollie, and just let me break this down the best way I know I can do. Now, I want to do one thing before I do this. I want to shout out to the motherfucking members. Man, I had a great time on our live yesterday. Yesterday, we had a members morning only live. And we talked about everything. We talked about the T.S. Madison situation. I showed y'all messages and all of that good stuff. So we talked about how she was supposed to be involved in a fashion contest and then how that went haywire. We talked about the upcoming, we talked about the upcoming female fashion contest on January 14th, 2014, 5 p.m. here on my channel. Categories are Fit and Fly, Boss Lady, and Girls Night Out. We have about 5 more slots open. If you're interested, under the community post, just drop down and say, hey, Roman, I'm interested. I'll tell you to reach me on IG so I can add you into the group so we can get these conversations going. This is nothing new. We got 2 months now, so we can knock this out. And if you are interested in being a judge, I did reach out to QB. Can somebody please nudge QB like, hey, King Roman sent you a message. Check your messages. Naga. I did reach out to him to see if he'd be interested, but I haven't heard anything back. And if you have an assignment member, because you know we walked away, everybody got something to do. Shout out to the Miss Oh Hey Boo. She got ODS to be a judge with us. So we got ODS, DKL. So we're still trying to open the open to pull up. So if you're interested, if you know someone, let me know because we got it coming up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nobody say they wasn't involved. So we have that going. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for being here this morning. I really, really do. What up, Bobby? I see you in the building. What's up, Ox City 805 Queen? Hey, Angie. Thank you for becoming a new member. Know your own worth. New member. Okay. Good morning, Lexi. Look at this green chat this morning. What is going on? Is that my hitter? What's up, hitter? Like no other. Okay. What's up, Sassy? Hey, boo. What's up? I said hello, smooches to you all. You too, boo. I hope you have a good day. I'm getting a little better. Still congested, but better. I hope so. Welcome. Okay, welcome to y'all. Hey, Miss Rye. What's up, babes? Good morning, and thank you for coming through. Thank y'all for coming through. Shout out to the members, Cash App and Bullshit. What's up? Hey, member, King Kaios. What's up, member? Look at these members. Journey. What up? Tisa. What up? Look at these members. Risa. What up? Y'all in here this morning, baby. Mary's the block is motherfucking hot. It's litty. Okay, Slappy. It's been a long time no see, baby. What's up, Slappy? Good morning to you. The internet is on fire about this, baby. And I'm sure Diddy is doing all kinds of damage control. If he was fucking people back then, I'm sure he's fucking them now. Okay, I'm sure there's some attorney somewhere just with what I gotta do. What's going on? I'm sure he getting it because it ain't in his favor. Hey, Aaliyah, what's going on? Shout out to that member right there. I believe every piece of it too. And I think more people is gonna come out. And I feel like Cassie got some video. Oh, baby. You know what we're gonna do today? We're gonna play this just like we're in court. We're gonna talk about all of the entire case, the entire 35-page indictment that she submitted. We're gonna talk about that in her lawsuit. We're gonna talk about that entire thing, the lawsuit, and we're gonna actually have moments and references of this perceived behavior. I went back and back and back into the archives to I was searching all articles, Cassie and Diddy, 2008 and 2009. And I'm looking like, oh, wow, okay. And I'm looking at different pictures of them, and I'm just putting the story together. So I have to say this before we begin. I absolutely believe that there's some truth to this. I believe there is absolutely some merit to this. I don't think this came out of nowhere. I think this has been something in the making. I think Diddy knew about this in the long run, and we're gonna talk about. Y'all gonna walk away from this live like, oh, that was set up. Risa, I'm listening from the closet as my day has started. And I hope you have a beautiful Friday, baby. It's still me, Kania. What up? Hey, Miss Toby, happy Friday to you, baby. And Miss Toby, I know you're gonna be like, stop saying it, but you know you're still in my prayers. You know you are. You know you are. I squeeze it right on in. And Miss Toby, please wrap your arms around her tonight. If she feel a little comfort on her, a little, ooh, that's me in my prayer for you, baby. Yes. King's Mina, good morning. Good morning. Are you talking call-ins today? Oh, you know we got the call-ins going on today because King Roman got time today. We doing call-ins. We definitely doing call-ins. We doing some call-ins this morning. Hey, Rainy Puds. Good morning. Good morning. Look at William Carruthers. Good morning, sir. See, I like that, William Carruthers. I didn't get no fuss. I didn't get nothing. You just like, all right, nigga, I know what I did. Whatever. I'm here. What's up? Shout out to William Carruthers. Thank you. Allie Poppin, good morning. Good morning. Tennessee Whiskey. Good morning to you. Hey, Keisha Bishop. Look at you. Wait a minute. Is Sassy a member? Is Sassy in green? Shout out to Sassy for becoming a member. Hey, yo, I appreciate y'all. It's new members coming through, baby. Yes, they are. What's up? Good morning. Snooky Snack House. Bella is a member. Okay, we need to take a note. Thank you, Bella, for becoming a member. Okay, chickens coming home to roost. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I hope I got everybody. Okay, I think I did. I did. Unfortunately, I believe everything. Absolutely. Oh, yes, it's true. Her executive. Yeah. Oh, we got it. Oh, you know we got it. Tracy, good morning. He did Cassie the worst, all in the midst of the bullshit he was doing to Kim Porter. Yep. And it's a reason why the behavior of P. Diddy in this situation is it reams a couple of things. One, insecurity. And I had to ask myself, this man got all this money. He's been listed on Billionaire. What is he insecure about? And y'all, and Nerees, what you think I think he insecure about? What do you think I think he's insecure about? Oh, we're gonna talk about it. I just hope he doesn't hurt Cassie or do any harm to shut her up like he allegedly did to Kim Porter. Whoa. Queen Diva, hey boo. Good morning, Queen Diva. Lexi in that green. Slim body Benz in that green. Diddy definitely give me I'll beat that bitch with a bottle vibes. He definitely gives me, bitch, I don't make me put my hair up in a bun. Okay, can you hold my bag? All right, y'all. All right, Leandra's, good morning. I'm trying to get to y'all. I really am. He won. You said it, I didn't. You said it, I didn't. All right, so let's just go ahead and get right into the show. Again, if you're just coming in the room, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, consider becoming a member because we definitely doing members only morning lives up in this bitch. And then also, if you're interested, we got our female fashion contest coming up January 14th, 2024. And as a reminder, this November 18th at 3 p.m. on ODS channel, Demis O and ODS are hosting the charcuterie. I don't know why that's so hard. Charcuterie. Okay, the charcuterie board challenge. I think you should come through. What we all gonna be looking for, this the substitute. This is the subscribers. We're looking for presentation. Do your board match your look? Do you look good and does your board look good? I don't know what they're looking for, but I'm telling you, do you look good and does your board look good? How you serving this to me? Is your table nice? Okay, so I'm very excited about that. I'm interested in that. So shout out to them. I hope it pulls off successful. I heard the pot is at like $1,000. Now y'all lucky. Y'all lucky I ain't doing no goddamn food competitions because I would have been in that 1,000. I've been all up in that motherfucker. So shout out to them for that. All right, let's do what we came to do. All right, let's get into the show. Y'all know I'm learning something because I'm watching my own replays now, and I'm learning that when I'm like just going into my commentary, I'm not even looking at the chat. The chat is right here, but I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at the camera right here, and I'm just going. So when y'all be like low on the chat, I'll be so far behind because I'm just going. So I'm gonna try my hardest to keep up with the chat as well as give my commentary. All right, so we have just heard about this lawsuit, right? And it's so funny because I remember exactly what I was doing yesterday. I was literally getting ready to head out the house somewhere, and I see this shit on my phone, and I'm like, I screenshot and I get it ready for YouTube and send it out like, yo, bitch, where? So I posted to my community wall. And so it's so funny because the first thing I said to myself was, I said, now we got to put some shit in perspective here. We got to put some shit into perspective. So the first thing I just want to put some things in perspective for you all is in August of this year, right? August 2023, Diddy came out here and announced this bullshit here. His new album. Album was dropping. He had Justin Bieber, 21 Savage, The Weeknd, Young Miami, and it was called the Love Album, and it was nothing but R&B songs. And he said it's going to be the biggest. It's going to pull us together. It's nothing but love. And so some of us was looking like, now what kind of shit is this? A midlife crisis? What is going on? Before that, we were paying attention to him in Young Miami, these antics that he was pulling with her, and she was so publicly agreeing to it. So we've been watching him. We've been watching him. None of that led us to believe any of what happened is coming up. After that, in August, okay, in September, he came out here and said, I'm going to give all of our artists their publishing rights back. We're going to give them back. Now, there's a lot of different reasons as to why he may have done that. One's being that Cameron has said some shit to him, and he was like, and Cam leaked to the media that, oh, Diddy's going to be giving artists their rights back next week. Diddy came out here and agreed and said that. However, they don't just get their rights back. They got to sign a non-disclosure agreement. In this disclosure agreement, they can't talk about Bad Boy. They can't talk about Diddy. They can't talk about any wrongdoings or any gripes or stripes or anything like that. They literally can take their publishing and move forward. And so, again, that's all in the back of our head. We didn't put nothing on it. We're thinking like, Diddy shady anyways. We probably know he did some shady shit. And now we see what's going on today. So I'm giving you a perspective. And then shortly after that, This man comes out here and gives Howard $1 million to fulfill his promise. Now, this happened in October of this year. So we got Young Miami earlier this year. They was celebrating New Year's Eve together, all that shit. We got the album come out in August. We got what's the publishing in September, and then we got the gift in October. And then what happens in motherfucking November? Cassie files a lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, accusing him of rape, sexual assault, abuse, everything. I mean, there's a number of things that she lodged at him: sex trafficking, human trafficking, sexual assault, gender motivated violence, sexual harassment, gender discrimination, and hostile work environment. Now, I want y'all to put in perspective all of the things that she has filed a complaint on and what Diddy has been doing leading up to this shit. So some of y'all might say, well, he probably didn't know. He didn't know. Nah, G, you can't tell me that. Cassie's lawyer, Douglas Wigdor, tells the New York Times that his client and Diddy spoke before she filed the lawsuit. And we're going to get into this. They spoke. And allegedly, he was trying to get her to dismiss it. Basically, he's trying to give her a settlement. She wants $30 million. He don't want to give her $30 million. And so he decides to move forward, and now it's blackmail. She's blackmailing me. Now it's blackmail. So we're here. And I wanted to give y'all that perspective because I want you to see that shit like that don't happen for a reason. It does not line up like that for a reason. And then she filed the suit one day before the 5th anniversary of Kim Porter's death. People are saying that that's a message too. Rest in peace to Kim Porter. I don't know if that's a sign or not, but I definitely know these things leading up to this were all to be damage control in his favor. The music was supposed to sell because right now we're supposed to be playing that album, listening to his music. He was supposed to be doing performances. The album didn't go no motherfucking where. Okay. Publishing rights was supposed to be a big deal, and all of the celebrities and bad boys supposed to come around him and give him support. So if anything negative comes out, you'll be hushed because you've been signed under this NDA under the auspices that you're getting your publishing back. Y'all hear me now? And then you got to look at everyone that signed. Not everyone signed. Not everyone took the bait. Some people still are out there like, no, I don't want that shit. Why? Then you got him coming out here giving Howard $1 million. Now he told Howard he'd give them $1 million, and he just made good on it it just happened to make good on it October 2023. Mind you, for 6 months, this man, before yesterday, he knew about this lawsuit. He knew it was coming. Didn't say anything. A normal person would probably try to get out here in the press and say, there's something coming, there's some allegations coming forward. I just want to get ahead of them. None of that. He really thought he would be able to do what he's always done with Cassie and got himself out of that. It ain't happening that way, brother. Not this time. So we got to talk about Cassie and Diddy. I don't know if y'all like rock with Cassie when she first came out in her earlier days. Let me keep up with the chat too. Yup. I love me some Kim Porter, and she will get more if it goes in front of a jury. Okay, KC Love, what up? God sees everything. God don't sleep. What do you do to people in the dark? We'll come to the light. Morning. The first page has a warning disclosure on it, which means it's bad. Oh, baby, we about to get into it. That thing was bad. So before we get into the actual what was talked about, what was case, let's talk about why I titled this today The Groomers Report. Now, we do a lot of reporting over here. Sometimes we just talk about topics, but today is absolutely called The Groomers Report. What we found in this entire document was essentially a toolkit for sexual predators, for groomers. And as I'm reading this, y'all, all I could think about was 2 fucking people. Aaliyah and R. Kelly. That's all I could think about. All of the gritty details she was sharing, I'm thinking about, wow, sex, drugs, violence, manipulation, all of that shit. It's crazy because watching this, it made me feel even more emotional for Keke Palmer. when I heard about the Cold and Distance, I'm like, oh, this nigga was really, he was working his way up to being this kind of person. This was some serious shit. So Cassie and Diddy got together in the late 2005, 2006. Now, what you all don't know is that they were, Cassie was introduced to Diddy, and what you may know, I'm not saying that you don't know, but Cassie was introduced to Diddy by Ryan Leslie. I used to listen to Ryan Leslie back in college too. Ryan Leslie, he's sort of like a R&B artist, but he's very independent. And so Cassie was introduced to Diddy by Ryan Leslie. He introduced her, and as he introduced her to Ryan to Diddy, Diddy sort of finagled his way in, and he was able to pull Cassie from Ryan Leslie. Now I started asking myself, well, how old was Ryan Leslie? Because we know at that point she was about 17, 18. But Ryan Leslie was about in his late 20s, 28, 29. So it wasn't an issue in terms of what we perceived it as with them two. So they got together. This is what Cassie looked like when she met Diddy. She was a young model. This is how she was getting her money. She was a young ass model. So she eventually meets Diddy. They get together. She's 19. He's 37. She met him in early 2006. By February of 2006, this man signed her to a 10-album deal. 10-album deal. We only heard one album from her. 10-album deal. You know what that is. That's grooming. That's getting you locked in. Young ass age. No idea what she had going on. So we get her locked in. August 2006 comes around. He has her performing with her, taking her out the country, taking her all over places, has her performing these songs with her. She's starting to feel. Now, imagine you a 19-year-old. Imagine you with Diddy. Imagine you with Diddy and you trying to get on. You're starting to perform songs with him, some of his songs. You're hitting the stage. Imagine that shit. You're starting to believe the hype. You're buying into the own hype. Like, oh, this is really Diddy. So you got them in a relationship. You got them performing together. So they finally decide to become a relationship 2008. And that's where we pick up at the lawsuit. They finally tied a knot. She kind of was decided to, okay, he's my boss. This is what I want to do. I'm going to accept it. And this is where the lawsuit pick up. Mind you, she was 19 when she met him. The lawsuit picks up when she's around 21, 22. And it begins 2008 and it lasts until 2018. That's why she labeled it a decade of abuse. So the first thing that I saw, and we gotta sort of ease into this. So the first thing that I wanted to share with you all is, I don't know if you all remember seeing her and him together during the earlier times of her career. So when she first came out during the earlier times of her career, she was walking around doing promo with him, doing stuff like that. They would do interviews. They would be, on red carpets and stuff like that. And I never really paid attention to her on red carpets or introducing her singles and shit like that. But I want y'all to start now. Start looking at this shit. So the first clip I'm going to play for you all is from 2009. It's 2009. It's Cassie and Diddy. They're together. They're introducing her new single, right? Look at Diddy's behavior and look at Cassie's behavior. I'm giving you some perspective before we start going into this. This is the beginnings of their relationship. This is around 2009, 2010, where she's releasing songs. She's about to release this song called Official Girl. And they're in front of Bad Boy Entertainment. And he is being very much so the person that I'm reading about. Fuck what we saw leading up to this. What we read in that suit, I'm starting to see in this person that I'm about to show you all. So I want y'all to take a look at this clip, and I want you to notice how reserved she is, how it doesn't appear like she is leading this moment. And I want to know what y'all think. And hit that like button for me. So check this out.
Remember when niggas used to rap like this? They used to do that was like the new school stomp right there. It's before your time, girl, before your time. Check this out, y'all. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. You are here. You are now rocking with the best. It's your boy Diddy. It's my homegirl Cassie. Yes, yes. And today's a beautiful day. Look how beautiful it is. Gorgeous. Look at that pretty guy down there. Hey, what's up, baby? Yeah, we just in the city. We just doing our things out here, just, counting money. Working our hustle on our block in front of the bad boy building. Yeah, we got buildings, bitches. And we here because it's a beautiful day. And so in honor of this beautiful day, we want to drop a beautiful single. Cassie's first single. Tell them about it, girl.
My single is called Official Girl. Danger produced it, The Clutch wrote it.
Danger, The Clutch.
It's crazy.
Bad boy.
Really excited about it. And I think a lot of girls are going to be able to relate to it. It's going to be really, really a good song to listen to.
Yeah, because everybody wants to be the official
Everybody
girl.
wants to be somebody's official girl.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So make sure y'all check it out. Cassie, she's coming back strong. That single right now, album coming soon. But we wanted to make sure y'all got to hear the single before the radio stations.
First listen.
First listen. So listen right now. Official Girl. World premiere.
Now, if you didn't believe before that there was something weird going on, I bet you looking at these clips now like, wait a minute. That really gave me, I don't have any control. I'm doing what my master says to do. I'm going to listen to him and I'm going to obey his orders. So we're going to take it one step further. I want to show y'all another clip. Now, these are clips within this 10-year span of them being in a relationship. I want to show y'all another clip. This is them. This is just Cassie on the red carpet by herself. And I want you to hear what she says. Look at how she's moving. This is when she's in a relationship with Diddy. She's letting people know she's in a relationship with Diddy. And she's sharing. He asked her a question and she's answering it. What she thinks. And just take a look. Before we proceed into the facts of this motherfucking lawsuit, I want you to be very clear going into this. Like, okay, I could see how some of this stuff is very much so true. I definitely want to build a case around it. So look at this.
Thank you.
How much are you taped in there?
I'm actually not.
You're not?
I'm trying to keep it together.
You're a brave woman.
Thank you. I try.
Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Stello.
Gorgeous. Now you're going to sit down, watch the movie. Your boyfriend's sitting next to you, and you and Terrence are...
Yeah.
What does that feel like?
It's work. It feels, obviously there's a little bit of anxiety with that, but Terrence is a good friend of mine, and, Puff has been so understanding with everything, so it's good.
So do you believe in love at first sight?
I do.
Was it love at first sight with your boyfriend?
It was a long time ago.
What makes you guys work?
Well, I think what makes any relationship work, if it is working, is, just not talking about it too much and just keeping it close to your heart.
If it is working, y'all hear this shit? She was dropping clues for us the whole motherfucking time along the way, and we weren't even paying attention. If it is working, I played that back again like, damn, Cassie, girl, you should have just wrote a song for me, baby. I would have tried to pick up the context clues. If it is working, baby, okay. So I want y'all to, and y'all hit that like button, and shout out to y'all for being here with me. I hope y'all can understand where I'm going and y'all see and kind of see like, yo, this shit is like legit. Now, this is me proving these allegations she put in here, because we're going to do a lot of proving. That's what this show is going to be about, the Groomers Report. I want to break down how this motherfucker was grooming her, and it was in front of our eyes. We saw this shit, and we weren't even saying anything, because I will say for me, I truly thought that he was living a double life. I didn't think he was living a life like this with her. I thought he was living a double life and they were just beards. But this is beyond someone being a person's beard. This is way beyond being a beard. This is a slave. This gave me very much so you wanted somebody to do whatever you wanted them to do when you wanted them to do. And the signs were all there, y'all. They were all there. We just didn't fucking pick up on them. So we're gonna talk about it. I want y'all to see this interview between that Diddy and Cassie. It's a very short one, but I want you to notice body language and look at them too. Notice this.
Final question. Is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in?
I keep everything right here. There you go. Or right here.
There you go. That's how you do it, right? Y'all have an amazing...
Baby, it was a little quick. Let's do it one more time.
Final question. Is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in?
I keep everything right here. There you go. Or right here.
There you go. That's how you do it, right? Y'all have an amazing...
Baby, it was all there. The first thing was in the first interview where she was talking by herself, she was saying, if it's working. Now we hear her saying, keep it right here. It's just, it gives you very much so like in our face. She was saying that this is like, it's very much so surface. So I'm looking at this surface shit and I'm seeing all of these different things. And then I get to reading the goddamn report. Now I hope some of you all had a chance to read this. Okay. I hope you all had a chance to read this. So I want to go over some of this, and then we're going to break some of this stuff down. So the first thing was the first instinct. So she talked about this in her allegation. She said, although Mr. Combs knew that Miss Ventura was in a relationship at the time, and even though he was publicly in a relationship with Kim Porter, Mr. Combs nevertheless pursued Miss Ventura. After an after party in a hotel suite following her 21st birthday, Mr. Combs pulled Miss Ventura into a bathroom and forcibly kissed her. Miss Ventura did not consent to this unwanted contact. She immediately ran out of the bathroom in the hotel suite and cried. She told her best friend at the time about what had happened, but was too scared to tell anyone else. This is the first instinct. That's the first anything that happened that she alleges that anything that happened. Now think about that. I want to put two other people up here, Aaliyah and R. Kelly, and I want to talk about Kimora Lee and Russell Simmons. She was a teenager. She was a teenager when she got with Russell Lee, as well as Aaliyah, as well as Cassie. Exactly alike. And it made me think about first encounters. You thinking about, so her first encounter, literally after her party, he forced her in a room, started fucking kissing her. And that was basically his, you mine. That was his, you mine. I got money. I'm showing you that I like you. What else you want to do? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. It must be a Friday. And I'm like, shout out to you for that. God damn. Okay. Lost my train of thought. Shout out to you for that. Okay. So it made me think about the other first instincts that these other men could have had with these girls. Like I'm telling you, the groomers report, we're breaking it down exactly how this shit be happening. And in the real world, when we do local news, it's just like that. It start with a little touch of the leg. It start with a little holding on the waist. It start with a little blow in the ear. Oh, you look good, girl. You beautiful. You are beautiful. That influence of power. Oh, yeah, I'll get you a 10 album deal. Yeah, I got you. You want to come out here? Yeah. All of that. That's what this is. That was the first instinct. So then we move on. We move on to this drugs. He handed her a pill and told her to take it. When Miss Ventura asked what the pill was, Mr. Combs dismissed her and told her she would like it. She later learned the pill was ecstasy, something she had never before tried, did not want to try. This was her first time. So we got the first moment you touched her unwanted. Second time now he's introduced her to drugs. Do I believe this? Absolutely, I believe that. An ecstasy pill. This man is giving this girl an ecstasy fucking pill. Never had it. She just took it. Just took it. And again, when you're being groomed, you're not looking at the actions that are happening. You're looking at what the access you're gaining from this shit. So she probably was looking like, okay, if I do this, I'm going to get. And think about at your job. If you go that extra mile at your job, even if you don't want to, even if you don't want to write them extra 5 pages of the report, you're going to get something for that. That's the same way she was thinking too. I had to start thinking about this in a different way. Like if you were under those same restraints, you'd be thinking the same motherfucking thing. So this man goes on, compounding this all-encompassing intrusion into her life. Okay. Mr. Combs first introduced Miss Ventura to opiates around 2008 and would often have pills and other drugs out in the open like candy. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs has been addicted to prescription painkillers and took ecstasy frequently. And I'm learning that's the open door into all this shit, drugs. You get them hooked by the drugs and they start becoming dependent on you for more and more and more and more. And that's the first thing he did. Showed you some attraction and got you hooked on some drugs. First thing he did. Is that not somebody who's grooming someone? And it makes you think about all the other women in his life, Kim Porter, the ex-girlfriends that we hear about. It just makes you think like, damn. And we haven't even gotten to the sex part. I really want y'all to understand the grooming side of this. This man was definitely grooming Cassie. And I always wonder, like, why hasn't she put out more songs? Why hasn't she really got a style? Maybe she's not the best vocalist, but she got something about her. Nothing. We heard nothing. And then finally, eventually, Mr. Combs exhausted his supply of pills. He demanded that she begin procuring prescription pills from his Miami doctor in her own name. So not only now you got her going to get shit for you. You got her going to get shit for you. Dog, ain't nobody tell you this shit was wrong? So she was doing all of that. Again, it reminds me of Aaliyah, and it reminds me of Kimora Lee. Absolutely. Absolutely it does. And so she continued, and let me see what y'all saying. He definitely did it to other women. She was not the first. Wow. Crazy. Diddy, R. Kelly, and Suge Knight. But she stayed with Diddy a long time and she was grown. Why? Oh, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to the why. We're going to grooming at its finest. That's exactly what this is. We also have to hold these parents accountable because I don't give a fuck who you are. You're not going to do just anything to what I gave birth to. The sick patterns, you're definitely calling them out. Know your own worth, ain't it though? Shout out to you, member. Bone Girl, good morning. I'm so glad she didn't have a kid with that bastard. Who knows if he didn't force her to get some abortions? Because we're gonna really hear about all of this stuff. We're gonna get right into it. I believe there are a lot of things that are going to come out about a lot of messy things in the music industry. Absolutely. Wow, exactly. Oh shit. I'm still living in New York City. She released a song called Love a Loser featuring G-Eazy, and now the lyrics make sense. Oh, we got that. We got it. We got it. We got it. All right, so let's get to a couple of things. Sex, guns, and beatings. Okay. So her first sexual intercourse during her trip to Miami. Now, y'all got to keep Miami in your mind. What you all don't know about Miami is definitely a top destination for the LGBTQIA community. Absolutely it is. And if you're thinking like I'm thinking, you're starting to understand a lot of things. And we're going to talk about Miami. I want y'all to keep Miami in your mind. For Diddy, Miami seemed like it was a playground. And so her first sexual intercourse during this trip to Miami, she was supplied with a ton of drugs. And so after providing her with drugs, Mr. Combs had sexual intercourse with her during this trip. Within 2 years of meeting Mr. Combs, Miss Ventura found herself lured into the immediate circle of her boss, the owner of her record label, and one of the most powerful men in the industry. So let's pull it full circle. 2 years. He pulled her from her first 21st birthday party. He pulled her in. I like you. Then he started giving her drugs. Now he's having sexual intercourse with her. This is all under the auspices. I'm going to get you 10 albums. I'm going to get you a deal. You can perform. You can't tell me this ain't grooming. You can't tell me this is not exactly what it is, because we saw all this shit in our eyes. We saw the stalling of her career and the off and on and the off and on. We saw all of that shit. So this is definitely credible to me. So then we move forward to this bullshit about guns. So apparently, he would drive around with these guns. He would have guns on him at all times, and he would have her carry guns so she'd know that he was a tough guy. And there was this moment where they were in a hotel. They were somewhere, and somebody came and told him that Suge Knight was at some down a corner somewhere. And he went to grabbing all his guns and went to go outside to confront him and stuff. And Cassie was crying. She was so scared because she didn't know that this was her reality. Well, we know that that's his reality. We know about the J-Lo situation, which Shine had to spend time for. Like, Diddy did not shoot a gun. Diddy shot a gun in the air. It wasn't aimed at anybody. Nobody got shot because of him. But he did pull out a weapon and fired it in the air during that J-Lo incident and then take off. He faced no time. So we do know that he is gun happy. And this just solidifies it. I don't know if we didn't think he was as extreme, but for me, now I'm putting him on another part, like, yo, gun toting ass. So you paranoid. You're giving me insecure and paranoid. What are you paranoid about, sir? You're a billionaire. So then we get to the beatings. Now, before we get to the beatings, I just want to show a couple of things. Okay, I want to talk about a couple of things. The first thing I want to talk about is, what would Diddy look like yelling at somebody? What would Diddy behavior look like if he was to get so mad at somebody and take that anger away? Well, do you all remember Making the Band? when Danity Kane was on. And I was watching this one episode. It was on Twitter last night, and I was scrolling through and I was watching it. And I said to myself, I said, if that was him back in 2005, 2006, I can only imagine how worse it got with alcohol. So I want y'all to look at this clip, and I want you to see the buildup of his attitude, but not just that, this man's fucking ego. His ego. If he's doing that on the cameras for those people, just imagine what he's doing behind the scenes with someone like Cassie. Oh, we got to talk about it. She wasn't lying. Look at this.
If you're not happy, you hate me, then why you have me here?
I don't have to have you here. That's one thing that we can make clear. That's one thing we can make clear.
But
I don't have to have you here. I'm trying.
Why do you have me here? Because
I have you here. I have you here because I feel you talented. But don't get it twisted. I'm starting to think about why do I have you here.
I'm not getting
okay, so you clear on that though. Check this out. You clear on that. You understand now. I'm asking myself why do I have you here. So I'll move on to something else. No, and I'll give you the answer soon. All right. And you may not be here then.
Okay. Before it gets to that.
And anybody want to go with you, they could go too. Don't get it twisted, man. It gets dark and lonely. It does, trust me.
Now, do you see how even on camera he's holding what he can do for people above their heads? So just imagine what Cassie was going through. These rages, these fits, these bouts, these moments. Just imagine. I thought that shit was, as I reflect back on his behavior, I'm like, okay, this wasn't just limited to TV, nigga. You really was carrying this shit. So I saw that and I was like, wow, he really is carrying that shit. So we get to these, she started talking about her first time when she was being beat by him. She said over the next decade, multiple times each year, he would violently beat her, leaving bruises on her body. After every instance in which he beat her, he used his money and power to orchestrate extensive efforts to hide the evidence of his abuse, including by hiding her in hotels for days at a time. He hit her one time after a Jay-Z incident, forced her out the vehicle so she can get her own cab to go back to the crib. Get back to the crib, he starts beating on her even more. She talked about a time where, and I always, in local stories, what we say, me, damn, he be beating on her, and then I'd be like, damn, you don't see no bruises, you don't see nothing or anything like that with these celebrities. Because for me, I'm always like, well, I don't see no mark. I did that with Keke Palmer, and I have to take that back. Because looking at this, now I understand how the shit goes. So she said that as he would beat her and leave marks on her, this is what she said. He forced her to stay at home along with one of his sons. While there, he FaceTimed her and stated, you got to go up and put more makeup on. My son can't see you like that, because she had a black eye. He didn't want her sons to see what he did to her. So he would FaceTime her, force her to put makeup on, hide her in hotels until she got herself together. And you're probably thinking like, damn, why didn't she do anything? Why didn't her friends or family do anything? When you're being groomed, it's a difference. When you're being groomed, and now I'm learning more about that. When you're being groomed, all of that shit goes out the window because you're just thinking about what you're gaining in return. And my friend who's an attorney had to share that with me. It's a different kind of thing. You're looking at what you're gaining. You're blinded by the bright, shiny object. You're not paying attention to, this is bad. This is not good. And so she was being groomed, even through the motherfucking beatings. Go put makeup on. She put makeup on. And you just look at these pictures of her and him being out, and you're like, wow. Hell yeah, I believe this shit. Hell motherfucking yeah, I believe it. To the point where the people around them knew them too as the next Bobby and Whitney. He would even call them Ike and Tina. Like, really? She found herself becoming numb to the abuse she was experiencing and became entirely beholden to Mr. Combs' demands. She began to blindly follow his instructions out of fear of again being on the receiving end of a vicious beating. His relationship with Miss Ventura was like Bobby and Whitney, a clear acknowledgement of the unequal power dynamic and excessive domestic violence that permeated their relationship. From the outside looking in, Miss Ventura had heard others refer to her relationship with Mr. Combs as Ike and Tina. All in front of our face. I ain't never seen no shit like this. I personally didn't think this was going on. So I want to share this other video with you all. So, of course, he had multiple exes, multiple relationships outside of Cassie as well. And so during the end, when Cassie was off and they broke off their relationship, he had a relationship with another woman. And it's so interesting as we hear the beatings and the violence of Cassie. This is what she said to Tasha K before all these allegations, way before these allegations came out. When Tasha K was sitting in her booth studio, okay, when she had the little hook to the side and the little brown tips. I said, look at old Tasha K, okay? Old. And so I want you all to hear what she's saying. And shout out to Tasha K for doing this and letting us all eat off of this.
With Cassie.
Yeah.
So could you explain to me how this came to be and what made you stay even though he was with Cassie? What was he telling you?
When I first met Puff, I did not find him I didn't like him like that.
Okay.
Eventually, he grew on me.
And you knew about Cassie?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did Cassie know about you? Is the question.
She did. She knew about me 4 months into the relationship.
Okay. And how did you find out about that, Cassie knowing about you?
'Cause she reached out to me.
Oh, she did?
Mm-hmm.
What did she say?
Basically, she just said to just leave him alone.
Okay.
But she reached out to me a few times after that, and she was never nasty to me. She didn't call me names or nothing. She was always nice. I don't know if it was fake or not, but she was always nice.
Okay. What was your response?
She told me the last time I spoke to her, which was a couple years ago, she told me, she was she called me at 4 a.m. and was hey, I just had a dream and I just wanted to call you and tell you that I don't hate you. I don't have bad blood towards you or anything like that.
Oh my God. And so when I listen to that now and I hear it, so many different things come up. Jealousy. This man was crazily jealous. Jealous of what? He took her phone on multiple occasions, Cassie's phone on multiple occasions, trying to see who she's texting. Got into it about Kid Cudi. So they go on another brief stint on their relationship. She goes and stay and crash with Kid Cudi. And this man, got his minions around him trying to get her away from him, get her all back to the crib. She goes over there and he pulls out her phone and sees that there's an email that she's been sending to Kid Cudi back and forth. He gets so mad at her about it, he threatens to blow up his truck, to which he actually did. Been confirmed by Kid Cudi's folks and representatives as well. Which he actually fucking did. The man is, this shit is crazy. No wonder Kid Cudi doesn't fuck with him. If you don't know who Kid Cudi is, that's him. And so it says in here, in February 2012, during Paris Fashion Week, Mr. Combs told Ms. Ventura that he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car, that he wanted to ensure that Kid Cudi was home with his friends when it happened. Around that time, Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway. So we got, the ex-girlfriend interview with Tasha K, where she's telling you have her literally saying, yeah, you shouldn't be with him. Before any of this comes out, you shouldn't be with him. For a reason she probably didn't want to tell Tasha K at that time, because she didn't want to get Cassie in trouble. She didn't want to get Cassie in trouble. Then you got him threatening to blow up Kid Cudi's. These are actual factual things that actually did happen. And then you got this shit. Diddy being sued by his ex-chef. So you got all of this shit going on, which is very much so reason to believe that, yes, this man absolutely has a fucking anger issue. I do believe the beatings, absolutely. But it went up one step further for me. One motherfucking step further for me. When they started talking about this man and his sexual escapades. Okay? Now, I don't know if y'all read this shit. I don't know if y'all saw it or not. But it didn't sound unfamiliar to me at all. It did not sound unfamiliar. And it actually sounded like a man, now I can't even say bisexual. It sounded like a gay male living a double life. Diddy sounds like a gay man living a double life. And that was the other side I got from this. And that's why I started this by saying, I read this and I got insecure. I got jealousy. I have powerless. And when you think about it, what are down low men? insecure. They're always insecure. They gotta double up. Jealous. They're jealous of that woman that they're with because they're living the life that they wish they could live. Not saying they want to be a woman, but they're living the life. They're not questioning their sexuality. They're gonna always want to make you feel less than because they know you feel so fucking free. But then we got to these sexual escapades. I saw all of that in the earlier stuff, the beatings, the violence, the grooming. But then we get to his sexual escapades, which is really what he really, really wanted with Cassie. That's really what he wanted. He wanted a beard that was going to go along with his bullshit. That's what I read. And I think about how many women out here that do this shit today, right now. They're a beard for a man and not knowing that, yeah, you're doing that shit, but look at all this other shit that comes with it. He ain't the only one. He just got caught. This nigga got caught. These are the consequences of being a beard. He got caught. So let's get into the sexual side of things. So he started having these things called FOs, freak offs. And he would pay men few thousands of dollars to be a part of these freak offs. Now, you can't tell me that this was just the first time he was doing these freak offs. I believe he had freak offs going on starting in the early 90s. You can't tell me he just started freak offs with Cassie. No, that was just a modern day girl that he was going to be doing these freak offs with because he was too comfortable with it. It was too comfortable. He already knew he was safe. Nobody was saying nothing. And we're going to talk about that too. So we got these freak offs going on. So the first part we read is this. While in New York City, Mr. Combs told the Miss Ventura that he wanted to engage in a fantasy of his called voyeurism. Mr. Combs said that it would turn him on if he saw Miss Ventura with another dick. Now, I'm not saying every man in the world that want to see their woman get penetrated by another man is gay. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, if there's a consistent pattern of this, there's something else going on there. There's absolutely. You mean to tell me you ain't want to have another woman in there at all? You didn't want to see her and another woman strap up and strap on and get it on? It was just always you wanted to see the man. Okay. All right. And again, this is why I felt like she was being groomed initially. 10-album deal. You can come perform with me in London. I'm going to get you a car. I'm going to buy you a Jaguar. I'm going to buy you this place here so you can keep my secret. And as we saw in Making the Band, if you don't keep this man's secret or if you go against him, I'm starting to question you. I might take it away. I might not give it back to you. And it made me wonder about those NDAs, giving them back their publishing rights and making them sign NDA. Why you want them to sign an NDA? Why you can't just give them their publishing stuff back? Why they got to sign a lock-tight NDA? What somebody else got some shit to hide? Diddy, it ain't looking good all the way around. It's like everyone's been saying this shit and we're just now putting the pieces together. It's like everybody was here, there, and now it's like, no, this is really what's been going on. This is really what's been happening. So that's what then we get introduced to faux. Now I guarantee you #FO, people are gonna start using this word faux. Yo, you want to have a faux? And it's not funny, nor is it to be played with, because it's related back to what Cassie had to go through. Unwillingly, did not ask for this shit. A faux. So the faux, Mr. Combs began to call the arrangement a freak off or faux. He would repeatedly tell Miss Ventura at random moments that he wanted a faux, and Miss Ventura was eventually expected to facilitate the location and the hiring of male sex workers. At certain points during Miss Ventura and Miss Combs' relationship, he would insist on a faux weekly. Mr. Combs will repeatedly tell Miss Ventura that this practice was our thing and our secret. A faux. Now, that's not too far-fetched because there's a lot of celebrities who have these sessions. We heard that about a lot of different celebrities who had Eddie Murphy, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. We hear a lot of people, Candy and Todd. They have these orgy parties. It's something they do. They call it Hollywood. They have these freak off, these nasty sessions. But never do we hear where it's like it's orchestrating your woman to do it without you being a part. You just want her to set it up. That comes off as a little bit trafficky. It comes off in different. It comes off as a little bit. Go find a prostitute. Like, she's got to scour these cities, go on websites, find men for you, and not any kind of man. He wanted large black penises. Large black penises. He would pay to fly male sex workers to his location, including to multiple cities in the United States as well as abroad. He required her and his staff to help make these arrangements. His assistants would help set it up, including setting up the hotel suites with baby oil and Astro Glide. Astro Glide. Now, I'm going to say this. I feel like there's more details in this story that Cassie did not want to include for the safety net of Sean Combs. I feel like she's protecting him in some ways because there's a lot of holes and there's a lot of gaps. There's a lot of missing things that we don't know. Like, we know for a fact that there was some other activities going on, but maybe that's not part of what she wants to convey in this. She didn't want that to trump her actual lawsuit by saying, yes, he engaged in anal sex. Yes, he engaged in all of these other kind of activities, because maybe she feels like it would trump. Because we will all definitely be like, I told y'all, I knew it. But damn it, I told y'all. Even what I don't see and I know it's there, we know it's there, y'all. You know it's there. You know it's there. So to back that claim up, because you know she's going to have to back these claims up, right? That he's doing all these different sexual things and stuff. You have this chef, Diddy, sued by his ex-chef over post-coital dining. Now, that was 7 years ago. That would have been 2016. Cassie and him was still in a relationship, okay? Let's talk about it. This is the chef right here, Pretty Woman. And so she says that she saw an unspecified amount of money in damages because it included sexual harassment and failure to pay overtime and wages. She said that she worked long hours without extra pay and was made uneasy by serving meals after sex parties. So the whole sex party thing isn't too far-fetched. We know it's a thing for him. We actually have court cases now where people have filed suits against him about activities that have stemmed from there. So as I'm looking at this, like, she got to back that claim up. Well, she does have actual claims to back up. She went so far as to say in here that one time when he struck her in a hotel, he paid the hotel $50,000 for the video footage. Simply putting that in her record lets them know that don't expect us to provide you with evidence on that because the man paid it off. Now, if you want us to track financial records on that $50,000, that might be plausible. That's why that was in the record. My friend was sharing that with me. I was like, oh, okay. Because everything she put in there has to be proven. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm like, oh, that's a fact. That's absolutely a fact. That's a fact. And so let's read further. So she says that Mr. Combs and his guests were engaged in or immediately following sexual activity. She said she was summoned by him to serve him a post-coital meal in which he made suggestive remarks. On at least one other occasion, she said a naked male visitor entered the kitchen as she cooked and asked her to look at and admire his genitals after he had engaged in sexual activity with another house guest. I wonder if Cassie was there. You see what I'm saying? You see how now puzzles fit together? Like, I wonder when that was going on, was this one of them things that she said that she had to put together? It ain't too far-fetched. It's certainly not. And so she goes on to say, Diddy dismissed the accusation, saying this is a frivolous lawsuit by a disgruntled ex-employee who was fired for cause. He said that after she was fired last year after being accused of theft. She said she had taken a watch which Diddy's housekeeper said was found in the garbage and that she was given a chance to keep if she renounced her complaints. Again, you see, there Diddy goes. If you take your wrongdoings from me, if you take all your false accusations from me, if you treat me good and put me on a high pedestal, I'll give you your job back. I'll give you your money back. Which she was only making $125 a week. What kind of fucking slave shit? He's slave. See that pattern, y'all? So we can believe that that's how he acts. It's a pattern. It's already fucking there. She goes on further to say, oh, that was it. I must have put it up here twice. So that was that lawsuit. Now we can't forget also that Cassie and Diddy had the police called on them after their breakup argument. Now, this was the first time I found any kind of police report for Cassie and Diddy. I searched, baby. I'm searching 2008 all by itself. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This was the only police report I could find, which leads me to believe that everything she said in terms of going to put her in a hotel, put her up, lavish her with gifts, that makes sense to me. Grooming, which would keep her away from calling the police. That makes so much sense to me. But in this moment, when the police were called, it's because he snatched her phone. Again, this phone shit. He snatched her phone, left their car, and she took off with the driver. Diddy eventually returned home and gave her her phone. Cassie's mom called the cops, and the domestic incident report was filed. Now I know what I know. There's a lot of holes in that story. Oh, that wasn't just that. He got away with that story. He lucky it didn't get blown up. That mother, she knows a lot more. There's no reason that mother called the police like that for just over a fucking phone. And he just gave it back. Oh no. So they knew this was going on. But like I said, the signs were here. We just didn't zoom in, nor did we think. And thank y'all for this love. It's going off on my phone. I keep seeing it. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you so much. Shout out to the crew. Thank y'all. My wrist just over here vibrating. Thank y'all so much. I can definitely believe the proof was all in the pudding. And you can't tell me this story is just what it is. Cops call after breakup argument. Nah, it's more than that. He took your phone like we've seen in a pattern, like you put in here. He took your phone, and right after that, he got violent. So when he came and gave you your phone back, you can't tell me that didn't turn up, and that was the reason you called your mom, and that was the reason your mom called the police. Because of that. You can't tell me that. And see, I like the fact that we have your mom as a witness to some of this stuff, because in her case, she can absolutely call these people as a witness, because we have a police report where her mom has called the police for a domestic incident. Well, ma'am, do you care to expound on that domestic incident even further? See, that's what is good about this shit. There's a history. We got some documentation here. He can't just let this shit go, bruh. You can't just let this go. So we got that police report. So I want to talk about some of his behavior during this period in time. The first thing I want to show y'all is when Snapchat first became a thing, Diddy and Cassie were together. He posted this Snapchat of Cassie. Now remember, Diddy used to have Cassie in Miami. She put in this report, drug-fueled, sex parties. She had to get... Look what he uploaded of them in Miami on Snapchat back in 2016. And we weren't paying attention to this now, what we're doing. But look now, y'all. What do you think was going on here? Check this out and hit that like button for me. I appreciate y'all so much.
What you got to say now? You ain't got shit to say when you put your girl on the Snap. Baby, yo, babe. I mean, shit getting weird. Come on, baby. It's hot outside. You fucking wrapped up in that blanket. Let's go jog on the beach.
What you think was going on? Why do you think she was wrapped up in that blanket on the ground like that? You think she was drugged up? You think she was just coming up off a high, induced by him after having to have sex parties all night while he just sit there and enjoyed and masturbated, jacked himself off? All that shit went through my head. Like, I'm paying attention to shit like, damn, Diddy, you was reckless, bruh. You thought this shit was okay?
What you gotta say now? You ain't got shit to say when you put your girl on the Snap. Baby, yo, babe. I mean, shit getting weird. Come on, baby. It's hot outside. You fucking wrapped up in that blanket. Let's go jog on the beach.
Crazy. So we land ourselves here. We have that. Now, I want to just dial back just a little bit, right? She said something in her suit that perked my eyes up. It perked my eyes up. I said, "Oh, okay." So she made this accusation that during sex parties, he would use his phone, laptop, and tablet to film her having sex with the hired sex worker. He treated the forced encounter as a personal art project, using candles as lighting for the frame. She would delete any photographs or videos of the acts taken on her phone, but he made it clear, "Girl, I still got this. I got photos." So even when she deleted them, he would tell her that he was able to recover these deleted videos from her devices. And on one occasion, he sat next to her on a flight and made her watch a video she thought she had deleted, reinforcing her inability to escape and the immense power he held over her. There's a reason she put that in there. There's footage. Oh, there's a reason she put that in there. Do not think that she put this clause in here about, because think about it. What other purpose would it serve if you don't have photographic evidence? If you don't have stuff in your own little personal well-being to bring this up, other than it's just a mere fact with no proof. She got videos. And I think she thinks he does, which will cause for a subpoena. Let's go in there and which, baby, would open the door to other shit that he might have in his possession. This is why this is good. I said, my friend was saying, "Oh, she put that in there for a reason." That's called discovery. That's called discovery. Probable cause for us to go ahead and find additional shit. Go ahead, girl. I said this was very calculated, very strategic. But I want y'all to hear something. So I had me thinking, right? I heard this thing. So he was taking videos and pictures of her and shit like that. Freak, grooming. And what do niggas do when we, and sometimes females, you pass them around. You share them around. Here, look at this. Check. Yeah, I got her. She bad. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look what she did. And certainly, if you want a guy to want to penetrate your girl or maybe get some head from her, you're going to show, like, yeah, she did this to my homeboy. Look at this. You're going to be, that's what happens. That's how grooming happens. You're not only grooming her, you're grooming people around you too, to accept and think what you're doing is okay, because they think they're going to also get something out of it too. Grooming goes all the way around, not just with the victim, the friends, because if they participate in it, they're getting something out of it. So I want y'all to listen to this interview that was done a while back, well before these allegations come out. And I'm telling you, this shit makes so much sense. Like, that was Diddy. He did all that shit. And before I do that, can y'all hit the like button for me, please? Give me some love. I don't even know where we at in likes, but I just want to make sure y'all gave me some love this morning. Every like is a hug. I want some hugs. Give me a motherfucking hug this morning. Okay, can I get a hug? Can I get a hug? And listen, I'm so sorry I'm not getting to all the comments. And I've seen so many people come through the channel. I want to just say, and if I miss you, I'm so sorry. I saw my girl Rita. Hey girl. Oh, where's she at? No, where's she at? Because I know I saw you. I don't want to say I didn't see you. I saw you. I see Miss T Velocity. Dapper World. Oh, thank you, Roman. You breaking it down. That made me feel good. She have audio and video. You know she do. Hey, Chef Fine as Wine. What's up, sir? Okay, Chef Don Don in the building. Where is he at? Chef Don Don. Hey, sir. It's so good to see you. Shout out to Chef Don Don. Oh, man. I love me a handsome man, baby. Hey, Dr. Onside April. Good morning to y'all. Good morning. Hey, Rita. Hey, boo. I saw you. Footsteps in the dark. What's up? Good morning. Toya Abstract. If I ain't say nothing to you, good morning, boo. Good morning. The Euthanizers, Baby Shot Channel. Good morning to you. Good morning. Dang. Hold up. Okay. Oh, there you go. Baby, I'm like, I know I saw you in here. Hey, the plainest Jane. Sounds like slavery to me because she hadn't really shown that she was an artist that was promising career-wise. Hey, the plainest Jane. Shout out to you. So good to see you. It's so good to see all y'all. Okay, it's time to finish. Let me finish getting back into this. So the deleted photos, we had to stop there because there's a reason that's in there. Y'all listen to this shit. Listen to this shit, and this is why when I'll be honest with you, I embody this man as the New York guy because in New York niggas, we just be saying shit how we feel. We don't ain't no smooching around it. It is what it is. Check this shit out and hit that like button. Check this out.
The nigga Puff, like he called, we used to kick it on the telephone and shit after the make shit.
Right.
And the nigga be like, matter of fact, they sent me the girl pictures of this girl, like not the shit that y'all saw. Worse, way worse.
Wow.
Oh, you kidding me, yo?
Like penetration pictures and
Nah, come on, man. Come on, Phil.
all that. And I called the nigga. I said, yo, you fucking with this girl? Like, you really, like, you like her like that? And he was like, yeah, that's my girl. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna send you something. You look at it, you call me back. I sent him the photos, the pictures and everything. And the nigga called back and was like, yo, thanks, man. Yo, I really appreciate that. Yo, where you get these shits from? And I said, because they know, like, if something crazy is going on, if they send it to me, I'll make sure it get out there. Like, as far as this Thisfifty.com is concerned.
Yeah, yep.
And those other properties. So they sent it to me. But, I really kind of felt like photographs was not happening because of Cassie. I felt like they was happening because of Puffy.
Right. Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because when a girl moves from a man and she upgrading, niggas be insecure. You know what I'm saying? They start feeling some kind of way, especially like whoever the guy was she was with in the photos versus where Puffy's at. Because Puffy's, he ain't no slouch, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he been able to take advantage of all the suckers.
That was an interview 50 Cent 2011-12. Listening to what she put in 2023 in her lawsuit and then going back to that interview, hearing about these allegations about pictures being passed, I absolutely believe it. And it makes so sense that yes, Diddy would probably be passing these pictures around of Cassie in the industry. It's his way to get guys to come to him. It's his way to attract more male energy to him. It's that bonding thing. He thinks it's a bonding tool. Look at that. Heard what 50 Cent said? The first thing he said was, oh, how you get him? Oh, okay. Because he think it's a good thing. And I'm gonna do you one better. So we had I removed the wrong person from the stage. So we had a lot of different celebrities over the years come out and sort of talk about a lot of these different grooming things. We had Jamie Foxx, we had Usher come out here and talk about this stuff. We had Exhibit. Exhibit came out here and shared with us how, him and Diddy went to a gay club. He said that, Diddy and him and Kareem Superstar Steffens, he invited them to go out. And they went through the back door to a club and they ended up on the inside. And Kareem Steffens, Superhead, looked at him and looked at Exhibit and said, look over there in the corner. And when he looked over in the corner, it was two men kissing. And then she said, look over in the other corner. And it was a man naked dancing on the floor. So Exhibit got up and left. Exhibit went on a radio show and explaining this, thinking he was just being real, telling his real deal, like what happened. Like he ain't trying to call the man gay, but he's just saying like, yo, this was some shit. Wild shit. Diddy did something where Exhibit came out here and said, I don't have no beef with that man. I didn't say it like that. It's basically retracted half that fucking statement. Again, you do something to me, I'm going to take something from you. It makes you wonder, what did Diddy have on Exhibit? And I start going back to, it's more to this story. It ain't just he took you to a gay club and you with Kareem Steffens. Did you and Kareem Steffens have sex in front of him? What I'm not alleging. I'm not trying to put this on you. And this is all allegedly, of course, but I'm not saying it's true or not, but it makes you wonder. Did something happen between Exhibit and Kareem Steffens in front of P. Diddy that caused him to say, you better retract that fucking statement? Because he came out and cleaned that shit up. And ever since then, Exhibit has been very low. I tried to Google Exhibit and Diddy statements. I've got pictures of them two hanging out still. Parties and shit. I said, oh, okay. Oh, okay. We got you. So I wanna play this little clip for y'all. And we gonna dissect this little clip because I think it's a really thing for us to dissect so we can understand sort of his behavior. And y'all hit that like button. I appreciate y'all for being in the room. Y'all got me up here a little nervous. Nerves a little bad. I'm trying to make sure everything is all in order. Nerves is bad, but I appreciate y'all. All right. So the first thing I want to talk about, and we're gonna get into this, is Jamie Foxx. So now you probably ask me why, this is definitely dealing with Cassie. This is definitely dealing with Cassie and what she's alleged Diddy did to her. But we got to understand, how do we get to the point where Diddy is using Cassie as a grooming her for these different things? See, the behavior has always been there. That's why I said this ain't just happened overnight. Diddy has always been this way. He just happened to bump into Cassie. She was hot. She has that tan he likes. She's girly girl, and she was talented. Some people say she wasn't. She was. And so he took her under his wing and used her, manipulated her, abused her. Why, you ask? Well, this is why. This is why I'm saying it. That man is very insecure, and he's living a double life. Absolutely. At the mistake of his own employees, at the mistake of his relationships. And I saw something else. Before I show that, I wanna share this. Where is it at? Where is it? Is it here? I want to share this. I want to share this because I thought this was interesting. I said, no, you can't say that. Okay, here we go. So I saw this and I said, this is interesting. So an article published this maybe years ago. Again, I'm searching all articles for Diddy, and this came up. And I said, let me share this. Has Diddy ever been married? While Diddy has had many relationships, the music producer has never been married. During an episode of Carisha Please, Diddy was asked why he never settled down. He responded, just wasn't ready, just didn't want to do it. Now, y'all be very, very, don't be naive. Be very, very clear. Very clear. Diddy is a grown-ass man. And yeah, there's a lot of men out here who's single and they got a lot of money, but they're living a very much so conservative. They're living a life that matches their age. When we see Diddy's out on a yacht with Young Mike. He's doing a lot of things that you'll be thinking like, now, with you and Kim Porter be doing that if y'all was together, this is a little bit much. There's a reason. So let's listen to his behavior before Cassie. Let's listen to how he was before Cassie, so we can put more perspective on this shit is true. Oh, baby, this is true. And y'all hit that like button. Now, y'all check this out. This is Jamie Foxx. Listen to what he had to say.
Hills Hotel. I'm filming this, and it's a pool party that is ridiculous, man.
Jamie Foxx is the latest celeb to speak out on Diddy's rumored secret parties with younger men. However, fans are saying the real truth is even more disturbing, and Jamie is probably holding back because he doesn't want people to know the wild things he was doing at those parties.
Y'all see? Did you hear what she said? Even Jamie Foxx is holding back on delivering a lot of what happened because he will be complicit. That's why I said Exhibit. I don't know. Because when I start thinking about everybody protecting him, and then you hear 50 Cent just telling shit, bitch, he just out here, he just telling shit. Then you got other folks that are just very tiptoeing around it. It makes what she's been saying very much so believable. So let's continue. Let's continue.
parties. Rumors about Diddy being on the DL and having a fondness for younger guys have been circulating for years, and multiple people have come forward to say they personally witnessed some crazy stuff taking place at Diddy's infamous house parties.
You know, when you Google his name, there's a rumor that pops up that he was Diddy's boy tour.
Oh shit. Can't wait to run into him again.
See,
what you gonna say to him? Puffy was playing with your booty in Miami. You know it was in Miami.
But what about Jamie Foxx? What does he know about Diddy's alleged gay parties? Rumors about Diddy being in the closet are nothing new, and they've actually been going around since the 90s. However, all this speculation surrounding Diddy's sexuality recently took a dark turn when a new set of rumors popped up that Diddy had been grooming young and upcoming singers for years. It all started after Diddy's former protege Usher broke his silence on how when he was 14 years old, L.A. Reid sent him to live with Diddy in New York City and attend Diddy's Flavour camp.
Now we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. Diddy's Flavour camp. That was something new to me until I saw this. And I said, Diddy's Flavour camp is exactly what Cassie went through. That's exactly what she went through. She was never going to be an artist that she thought she was going to be. Them 10 album deals was never going to come through. You literally were going through what they call Diddy's Flavour camp. And that was your version. I think every artist, like Young Miami, I'm starting to believe she's going through a version of Diddy's Flavour camp. This shit is crazy. That's why I said this shit has been going on for a long, long time. To the point where L.A. Reid is sending Usher to Diddy to stay with him for a year. Not for music, not to make music, just so you can observe and absorb his lifestyle. Doesn't that sound a lot like what Cassie went through, except she was a woman? She was a female. So that insecurity, that jealousy is going to be even on 10. Play your role. Let's continue. I'm just trying to call out the similarity. Let's continue.
To New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavour Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavour Camp.
Yeah,
Flavour
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
And pay attention to this next part when Usher was asked if Diddy's place was full of girls. Usher said that's not exactly true, and you could tell he was thinking about whether to spill the whole truth or not.
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but there, hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Usher also admitted he saw a lot of wild stuff at Puffy's Flavour camp, despite being too young to even process what was going on. But it's weird how Usher never said what exactly was the purpose of Puffy's Flavour camp, other than to observe Diddy's lifestyle. However, he did say that he was paid a per diem to stay with Diddy and was allowed to stay up all night with the adults.
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was
Oh, baby, we got to talk. We got to talk. So if Usher is telling us at 14, going to live with Diddy in the 90s, he didn't even know what he was getting into. He couldn't understand it. He just was, he got money, he got a per diem, he got paid. He just absorbed it and lived it and accepted it. What the fuck you think Cassie was doing? She was going through the same fucking thing. The only difference is he's a man. He could only go so far with a man. And more than likely, and we're going to continue watching some things, more than likely, it's more truths to that we don't know about from Usher and Diddy. And it would make him complicit in some activities that he doesn't want folks to know about. Usher, Jamie Foxx, Diddy. The shit was already there. It was all here. We just was like, we needed this lawsuit to just thread that shit. Like, okay, so Flavour Camp. That's what all these bitches is going through. Yo, fucking Flavour Camp. Kim Porter probably got tired of that fucking shit. You got another Flavour Camp. Now we got Cassie going through the fucking Flavour Camp. And she's literally telling us in this report, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know. I just felt like he's my boss. I'm going to do it. What did Usher just say? I was too young. I didn't even know what I was getting myself in. I just fell into it. It was all there, y'all. This man has learned. He's a professional fucking groomer. He's been grooming these motherfucking artists from the get-go. And if they don't get along and go along, he will stifle them. Hence, 6 months knowing that this was going to drop, he started trying to break them ties. But he fucked up with that NDA. He started wanting to, I'm going to drop me an album, show people I'm still a good artist, I'm in good faith. Or I'm going to, give everybody their publishing back. But you got to sign this NDA. That was to entice Cassie in. That was to pull Cassie into the fold. If you want me to call a motherfucking spade, he was really trying to get Cassie to come in and get her publishing back so she could sign that motherfucking NDA because you knew time was ticking on your ass and this shit was coming. It didn't work. And now we're here studying this shit. And we're looking back like, well, I'll motherfucking be. It was all here. She just needed to tell us that this shit was happening. Do I believe her? Hell fucking yeah. Because it's there. We're watching this shit. This shit is crazy. So let's continue. Let's continue.
Pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I ain't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat, or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. I had like,
what
like
a
living.
life.
Yes.
Now, no matter how you try to spin this, there's nothing that can justify a 14-year-old boy living with a grown man he's not related to and mixing with all types of shady people who used to party with Diddy. Besides that, in a recently resurfaced interview with Kevin Hart, Diddy let it slip that he and Usher used to sleep in the same bed when Diddy was 19, which means Usher was just 10 years old at the time.
That's my brother right here.
Now, I want you all to pay attention to this next part, crew. I want y'all to pay attention to this next part, please, for me. I want y'all to see. And I think somebody put in the chat, how did Kim Porter pass away? Kim Porter passed away on November 15, 2018. She passed away from lobar pneumonia. Lobar pneumonia, that's what the coroner's office announced. Lobar pneumonia. Are you going to ask me what's lobar pneumonia? I will tell you. Lobar pneumonia is a serious infection in which the air sacs fill with pus and other liquid. Affects one or more sections or lobes of the lungs. Bronchial pneumonia affects patches throughout both lungs. How do you get it? Bacteria. The most common is streptococcus pneumonia. Can occur on its own or after you had a cold or the flu. So that's what Kim Porter passed away from. All right, so I want y'all to pay attention to this next part. So at the age of 19, Diddy is sitting here about to tell us some of the activity that occurred with him and Usher. If he could be this reckless with Usher, imagine how fucking reckless he was with Cassie at 19. This is Usher at 19. Imagine how reckless he was with Cassie at 19. Let's roll this fucking footage.
Day one, we used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like that's how. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this with me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. And we're streaming live. That was stupid.
That's what you call grooming. You're wrestling a teenager, 19-year-old. Yeah, he come by saying he's a grown man, but you're wrestling him over Frosted Flakes. You're playing. What is that? That's grooming. That's grooming, you all. And let's just say Usher said, no, I don't want to wrestle. You can have him. Would Diddy be mad? Would he have said, well, you got to get out? You see what I'm saying? Just now, imagine that had been Cassie. It would be a lot worse because she's a female. And this man is living a double life where he's not even attached to his emotions because his emotions are so buried in certain dig deep down. He don't even know how to be just emotional and compassionate. He's a narcissist, dead in his feelings. So when I read this shit, y'all, I was like, this shit is true. Absolutely true. Again, insecure, jealous, and powerless. And I say powerless because as much as she felt powerless, he was powerless too because he couldn't be who he wanted to be. This is the shit you get with these fucking groomers. These people who are grooming young fucking individuals, young singers, artists, and shit like that. It's because they have something inside them that they can't control. Either it's they can't control that they're into something that they don't want to be into. So other than try to get that shit controlled and be who you should be, you rather put somebody else down and make them feel inferior. So that's a form of control because you're powerless in your real life. Controlling Cassie. I saw this shit and said, hell motherfucking yeah, this is right. Yeah, she did that shit. So we get there. We get there in the video. You can afford a pantry. Oh, you can afford some fucking cereal now. Are you kidding me? You can afford some cereal. And you all, let's be honest. Looking at the way I heard Usher's mom just let him do that, I can now understand why parents like Kiki's mom was so off the rails, but not so public with it. Like, all right. Because again, part of them feel like they do have control, but they don't. Like, I got control because we're getting a bag. We're getting something out of it. But I don't got control because my baby is getting hurt. So I'm mad, but I ain't going to go so hard that it fucks her career up. I'm mad. I ain't going to go so far. And so I see Usher in this situation. I'm like, yeah, the mom probably was getting something out of it too. Sending him out there to be with Diddy. I'm sure they were getting something out of that. You can't tell me they weren't. Absolutely. You can't tell me they weren't. That's fucking crazy though. And it always happens. Wrestling a kid for cereal. Hell no. It was foreplay for Diddy. Absolutely it was. So let's continue.
So again, why is a 10-year-old sleeping in the same bed with someone who's not their family? Honestly, if this were a 10-year-old girl Diddy was talking about, the reactions would have been totally different. But somehow people thought this was funny and kept making gay jokes about Diddy. However, it looks like people are now starting to wake up to the fact that the main issue here is not Diddy's sexuality. Literally, no one cares at this point whether he's gay or not. But allegations of manipulating boys and young men? And while no one has actually come forward to accuse Diddy of grooming them, there's a ton of footage out there of Diddy making men uncomfortable in his presence. Remember that Drink Champs interview when Diddy kept pressing fat?
Y'all heard what she said? Now this was before these allegations came out, well before. Grooming is the key fucking word here. Grooming. This man has been doing this for so long, from the Diddy Flavour camp to Cassie. This has been nothing but grooming, you all. And we just got our first report. I guarantee you there's more reports out there. We ain't gonna get an Usher report. Oh no, you better bet that's been settled and sold and tied. Usher ain't gonna never be broke. You ain't gonna get an Usher report. You ain't gonna get another woman. I mean, you ain't gonna get another male report to come out here. See, that's the easiest thing. You ain't got a 50 Cent out here who's gonna just tell it like it is. Exhibit, he basically retracted what the fuck he said. Like, yo, it wasn't. I misunderstood. Y'all just didn't. I wonder why. Because they would then have to out themselves on something. Whether it's not, I'm not saying they're gay. I'm not saying none of that. But whether you had sex in his presence, whether Cassie did perform fellatio on you, I thought about that shit too. How many other men that Diddy's hung around, bodyguards, other artists, Mob, I'm just Black Mob. I'm thinking about mad different people that he's been around that she could have possibly been subjected to having to do stuff for. Having to do stuff for. That's a lot of fucking trauma. That's embarrassment. I don't want to go to certain shows. You know the industry talk. You heard what 50 Cent said. 50 Cent literally said, yeah, we got our picture. Yeah, we know she just one of the industry girls. I wonder why, Diddy. You're artists. You're making. That happened under your watch. We never hear about no Kim Porter pictures out there like that. We never hear about nothing like that with her. But it just happens to be with Cassie, a beard, someone who will play that fucking role. And come to find out, you've always had someone in this role. Look at Young Miami. It's just so fucking crazy. She's of age, but you're still grooming her. You bought this woman. I think you gave her $1 million. I wonder what it is she know. I wonder. She already talked freak. She's been telling us stuff. I know you are a sexual person, but you're doing that because you're not able to live comfortably in the world, man. So you got to do this kind of shit, and it's coming out. And this ain't the only one. You got to be careful. I don't know if you had. I'm thinking about Loon now. I'm thinking about different. I'm thinking about B2K earlier days. I'm thinking about so many different people that you were around. Shine. What do they know? What have you done? Now all of a sudden they got to get their publishing back, but it got the NDA attached to it. Why? Baby, I'm telling y'all, this man been on some shit. He's been on some shit. So we find ourselves here. Let's hear this last little bit. Foxy Brown too. You know that's right.
Fabulous to answer why they never party together. Fab literally looked like he wanted to disappear off the face of the earth.
Look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real, because I'm saying it seems like a thing.
I
with
miss
this
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puff, man.
Man, but I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
For the rest of the interview, Fabulous just kept staring at his plate and eating his birthday cake like he was terrified of even making eye contact with Diddy. Shortly after Diddy's Drink Champs interview went viral, 50 Cent started trolling Diddy about being gay, and he posted a meme showing a picture of himself in a hospital bed surrounded by currently recovering from pettiness. Sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy, 50 Cent wrote in the comments. You are all now left under the leadership of Puff Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. But this was just the beginning, because when 50 later appeared on The Breakfast Club, he revealed that Diddy once offered to take him shopping, and he also implied that the entire industry knows what the deal is with Diddy, but no one wants to say it out loud.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he said something fabulous, and he goes, "Yo, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party."
And then, a few weeks later, Diddy himself appeared on The Breakfast Club, and when he was asked to comment on the Drink Champs interview, Diddy acted like he had no idea what they were talking about. However, you could tell by the way he kept playing with his hands and fidgeting that the questions touched a nerve.
When you was with Nori and Fab and Jada and everybody, they made a compilation video of you because they said you were sounding real suspect on the interview.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Of course, did he see that? No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I swear to God.
Come on, man. You saw that on World Star and on the gram.
Check this out. When they started playing the game, the pause game.
Now, let me tell y'all something about people, straight men, who indulge in what could be considered anything gay or pause moments or that's homo. It's always, I forgot. Oh, man, I forgot, man. I was just playing, man. I ain't know, man. Those for me are very much so clear signs, because if you knew it was a pause moment, you'd be like, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. That wasn't, Diddy is very much so like, he don't want to offend a certain community. Notice he's being very cautious. He don't want to say nothing that might make, us be like, all right, nigga. He doesn't want to make that very clear. And these are very much so signs of being insecure. Insecure. Why are you insecure? You got access to everything. What are you insecure about? Let's continue.
I would definitely.
That came from Harlem too. By the way.
It came from Harlem. I definitely would say some. The crowd would be like, "Whoa, did he just say that?" You know what I'm saying? I don't play games. Y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I don't play games. But yeah.
Did you
compilation? Nah, I was coming off of being in Miami a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying.
So now all of what we just saw is before these allegations came out. Now that we've seen that and we have these allegations and we put them together, you tell me what you think. Honestly, put in the chat, out of 1 and a 2, do you think 1 is yes, 2 is no? Do you think Diddy is guilty of these accusations lodged against him from Cassie. Can y'all put a 1 or a 2 in the chat? 1 for yes, 2 for no. I'd love to see what you all think. And while y'all doing that, I'm gonna keep moving with the commentary. So now we're here. So we got all of that. I broke down the allegations, some the court documents. It was 35 pages. I just pulled out all the great parts and tried to put evidence to it so you can see, this shit is really, really something. So we got all of this. We have, the police reports. We talked about the videos. We saw his behavior beforehand. We learned about the Flavour camp. And then we drew comparisons from the Flavour camp to what Cassie's been going through, and we can see there's similarities. There's a lot of similarities. The only difference is she's a woman. So she was already powerless to begin with, in your mind. So I asked my question, and so she, after all of this, she decided to end the relationship. She was under immense duress during the months after Mr. Combs raped her. Took all steps possibly to entirely remove herself from her abuser's ambit, including by entering into contracts to end her record deal with Bad Boy Entertainment. And so that's the end, 2018, where they ended the relationship. He came out here and said it was all, both of them, it was amicable. It was their friends still. She showed up at his mother's funeral. She was in all black. They took a picture. I was looking at articles post this, they, for the most part, it was a front. When she first got in a relationship with her new boo, and his name is Alex Fine. He's a personal trainer. She got in a relationship with in October 2019. Diddy posted a picture of her and said, congratulations, it's all love and stuff. And her boo was like, I don't care about all that shit. He rejected all of his well wishes. He didn't want to, when they had the baby, he didn't want to hear none of that shit because he knew Cassie had already shared these stories with him, so much that Cassie and him ran in a domestic violence marathon. And I wish I'd have got the video clip for you all, but it's a video clip where they ran a marathon. And at the end of the marathon, they're hugging, and it's almost like she's crying, and he's hugging, rubbing her back like, baby, it's going to be okay. That happened before this shit came out. And now as I look at that video, it's like, well, I will fucking be. You just wonder, like, did she share with him, her soulmate, what happened? And that was a moment for them. And so now we understand why he's shunning Diddy. Like, I don't give a fuck about you, nigga. Don't come over here. I ain't with that bullshit. Which, if that's the reason why, you got every fucking right to. So we get to, they ended the relationship, but she said something in her suit, and why she stayed. She would in addition, any suggestion that Miss Ventura would refuse the FO or otherwise report Mr. Combs' abuse was met with ultimatums by Mr. Combs, who would say that Ms. Ventura could not go to the police because she had a lot to lose. A lot to lose. This is the most relatable part to local news. Real women every fucking day on the street. People we know. That's the part right there. That's the most realistic. Is the fact that a lot of women be in the same shit, in these same issues. And why they don't go, why they don't leave, they got a lot to lose. They're going to lose that man. They're going to lose where they stay. They're going to lose them kids. They're going to lose that access, that relationship, that love. They're going to lose all of that. And so they stay. And that was the one thing I recognized in this story. And I said, even on her level, even with all that money, she also had that same fucking emotional tie that she had a lot to lose. I couldn't go to the police. Well, you could have went to the police, but she felt like she had a lot to lose. You and I might say, nah, fuck that. I'm going. I don't care about this music. But in her mind, be having access to it and then losing that was a lot to her. I think about the police report that I told y'all about, the police report that they had filed. Why we didn't get the full story to that? Because to me, there's gaps. Or your mom called the police because he came back home and gave you your phone back, and she just felt like that was a domestic violence incident. What else happened? What else went on? We didn't get all of the story. We didn't get all of that because you didn't want to lose something. But you did file a police report. And I don't know, crew, if y'all remember a couple of weeks ago where the woman in local news, her man hit her in the head with a frying pan and slashed her throat. And what did she do? She didn't want to press charges. She was just about to get ready to have a baby by this man. And here we go. The sad part here is she was groomed to this point. She was groomed to withhold and to endure the abuse because if you didn't, you would lose all this shit. Do I believe her? Yes. Why? Because it's in his fucking history. All of the shit I showed y'all, everything that we talked about, you gotta see. You have to see how he got to this point. It's all there. And so I wanted to talk about why she stayed. I wanted to definitely make that point up. And so she said that now the reason why she wants to file this case, because, you know, I'm always like, well, why now? Why now? What about now? You know, in local news, I'll be like, well, why are they now coming all of a sudden now? What is it about this? Well, there's a number of reasons why. One being that there's this act called the New York Adults Survivors Act and the California Sexual Abuse Accountability and Cover-Up Act, which allows you 10 years from the date of something happened to file. She was about to lose that time frame window on her from that first initial allegation. And so I think it was 2013. So she had time to file. So here's what she said. She says, Ms. Ventura has now fully escaped Mr. Combs, but the harm that the assaults and sexual abuse he caused her to experience for nearly a decade will forever haunt her. She has required intensive medical and psychological care to recover from the trauma she lived through. She cannot, however, continue to live in silence about what she endured. Mr. Combs remains immensely powerful and immensely dangerous. She therefore seeks justice for the decade of her life that Mr. Combs took away from her with threats of violence, excessive use of drugs, physical and psychological abuse, and sexual slavery. And those were her reasons as to why I'm coming through now, why I'm sharing my story now. And so, do I think I absolutely believe she should have been shared her story. You should have been shared your story. And I'm happy that you're coming through now, and thank God for those acts. Thank God for the acts. This man could potentially face up to 35 to 40 years. And $30 million, because after the federal picks it up, you know it's going to become a criminal. And what we've just recently found out is that New York Police Department has an investigation going on, and they're unclear if it's related to Cassie Ventura, but they're told it's an active case with Sean Combs' name, but the file has been locked. How much do you want to bet? This is the criminal side of it. How much do you want to bet? This is the side where we will see the years in jail, where we will see him go to trial for it. How much do you want to bet? You think this didn't happen at the same time? You don't think this is conspired? Absolutely. That's why I said this was very strategic, because her discovery in her lawsuit will help. Who will it help? It will help the New York Police Department. I tried to find other things that he was involved in. The only other lawsuit I could find was the lawsuit against the alcohol company that he sued them for racial discrimination because they wasn't pushing his product in specific markets. But I couldn't find anything else. And I said, I bet your bottom dollar they got their ducks in a row. And this is good work. This is good work. My friend told me to tell y'all that. My shout out to my motherfucking attorney. Like you shout out to him. He the one who helped me throughout this whole fucking thing. I'm taking notes. Listen, I was taking motherfucking notes. Everything he said, I'm like, okay, wait now. Hold up. Say that again. But I guarantee you that's what's going to happen here. I guarantee you. We'll see. Let me say next 30 to 60, 90 days, we'll find out what that's about. Trust me. Either he'll be getting arrested. Either we'll hear that some charges are coming forward from the New York Police Department. But right now, it's sealed. It's sealed. So be on the lookout for that. But what I want to talk about before I wrap this up, and I want to thank y'all. 189 in here. This shit is crazy. Thank y'all so much. I really do hope y'all in here, y'all enjoying the commentary. And if you have any differences or I said something wrong, you putting that shit in the chat and let me know, because I love feedback. I'm over here reading it. It's his turn. Okay. I wonder if he used Kim's death in an attempt to manipulate her back to him. Could have been too. What's up, under new management? Thank you for coming through. Thank y'all for coming through, yo. I bet he telling her no one will believe her. Oh, we believe you. Yes, I believe she told her man everything. Remember, he was Diddy's and her trainer at one time. Yep. And how that came about was Diddy had a personal trainer for Cassie, but that personal trainer got busy and tied up in other things. So he hired Alex Fine to be her trainer. Next thing you know, they're dating. Now, what Diddy is saying, they dated while they were in a relationship. Cassie and Alex is saying the relationship happened after they broke up. It just developed naturally afterwards. Who am I choosing to believe? I'm choosing to believe it developed beforehand and for a good reason, because she needed somebody else to talk to and get out of that grooming situation she was in. It's almost like she was stuck in that young girl state of mind. So yeah, I believe it. Hell yeah, I believe she was getting her rocks off and moving fucking on. Hell yeah, I believe that. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Woo! That took some stress off of me. Thank you. Thank you, darling Tiana. Hey, S. Hutch, what up? Shout out to S. Hutch in the building. Rockwell, that member right there. All right. So now, I say all of that, and those are the facts of the fucking allegations up against his fucking history. But I want to share something. So I want to share this because we talked about this at the start of the show. All this good shit he's been doing for folks. All this good shit, right? Howard, he got an album out. You know, he giving people their publishing rights back. He's doing all of this good shit, but it comes at a cost. And Cassie was fortunate enough to say, fuck that shit, and came out here with this. But it leaves the door open for so many people who did not sign that NDA to come forward. And I wanted to play this for y'all because I want y'all to hear that this ain't over. This is not over. This was just the first one. So listen to this. Y'all hit that like button and I'll be right back.
I just want to throw you the facts, okay?
Sure.
So this is long after we have 2 double platinum albums, $14, $15 an album from 2 million albums is, what is the math on that, 48 million? And this benevolent man who's now had a change of heart and has decided to pay us as talent. We only get the amounts due since Sony bought our catalog.
Okay.
So streaming for the past couple years, it's about $800, $900. I have to sign an NDA that I will never disparage Puff, Bad Boy, Janice Combs, or Justin Combs' music, or EMI, or Sony ever in public. I would like to do a documentary for Hulu or Netflix or Amazon, a streaming site. I offered some of the girls, hey, if you need $800, $900, I'll give it to you. Don't sign this.
Now, you can go listen to that in its entirety because she says that, but she questions, why do you want folks not to sign this NDA agreement? Why do you want people to hide? This was before this. Now we understand why. Because there are a lot of artists he groomed, a lot of artists he has groomed over the years who faced Flavour camp. Now we know a term, I'm going to retitle this. Cassie sues Diddy for decades of abuse at Flavour camp, Diddy's Flavour camp. I'm going to retitle this live. Now we know why. Now we know why. And do I believe Aubrey O'Day, after watching that Making the Band reaction he had to her, dangling something over her head, and then after hearing her now, yeah, I think there's some truth to what she's saying. I think that about Dawn as well. Danity Kane. I absolutely do. I think all of them have a story to tell. And I wonder who signed their NDA agreement. I got to go pull up that list, and I'll share it on my community wall. Who signed that NDA agreement, or rather, who got their publishing rights back from Diddy? That'll be telling. And we'll know from there, like, okay, that'll be telling, crew. That will be fucking telling. That will be telling. We'll be able to tell off bat, like, we know you won't be talking. Well, you'll be out here talking. It's so fucking telling. So I wanted to get into a couple of and so Cassie has moved on. Here's her husband, Alex Fine. You know, he's responded. This is what he put up on his social media after all of this went down. He put up this picture of them, a heart. It's the day of their wedding. I think they're so good. Cassie's personal assistant even came out here and confirmed this. He said, it's all true. I was Cassie's personal assistant and seen a lot during my days. Beside her, she's a very strong woman and deserves every penny. The things she's endured, you could never imagine. He also put on his social media, surviving Diddy. Uh-oh. Dawn responded, throwing love at Cassie, praying for Cassie and her family for peace and healing. You are beautiful and brave. Let's sip on that one, because I'll be waiting. Lily had been out here thrashing. This is true. One time Diddy beat her up so bad, He sent her on a 3-week vacation to Hawaii just so no one would see or question how her face got like that. And what did she put in her? She definitely said that she would go on vacation. That's why I pulled out that makeup thing. Again, she put this in there, and she put it in here for a reason. You got to go. He FaceTime her at her house. You got to go up and put more makeup on. My son can't see you like that. That was in there for a fucking reason. That was in there for a reason. She ain't put that FaceTime makeup. She ain't put that shit in there for a reason. Not for nothing. I don't know if she screenshotted the FaceTime. I don't know if she got text messages of him saying that, but she got something to back that up. These are some hard allegations. She got something to back that shit up. But here are a couple of comments. Here's a comment that I saw. And so one person said, what's wild about the Cassie Diddy situation is how much we glamorize their dynamic, not even knowing what the hell was going on. We applauded her for being on the relationship as long as she was and getting to the bag. Look at what it cost her. And this made me think of how insensitive we are to Young Miami being thrown around as a hoe for Diddy because she getting to the bag. That statement is so fucking true. We are insensitive. We are insensitive. What's wild about the Cassie Diddy situation is how much we have glamorized their dynamic, not even knowing what the hell was going on. We applauded her for being on the relationship as long as she was and getting to the bag. Look at what it cost her. We got to start getting back to being humans and looking at shit. When we see something look weird, don't just be like, well, she getting a bag out of it. No. Something, and not all situations are like that, but damn, all the writings were on the wall in this case. They were all there. And she is absolutely right. 100%. Shout out to her. How fucking yeah. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. That we are insensitive when we see stuff like this. That's why in local news, I'm always shocked, like, why you staying? Girl, what? And it's not that I'm insensitive. It's just that these glamour details that we got in here, we don't typically get in those stories because they don't want to press charges or they don't want to go forward. But now that I have this, and that's why I pull certain things out, like, this is why she stayed. This is why. Now it's starting to help me understand. This women be getting groomed. I'm just going to say it out there. Women and men, young men and young women are definitely get groomed and taken advantage of. Absolutely. And we have become insensitive to those signs. We have. Even parents, even moms and fucking dads. Even moms and dads. And I hope this sends shockwaves to other celebrities who have done this shit and they haven't tied up those ends and dealt with it, that this shit could still hang over your head. Whether she gets all of these things to stick, remember, she got them for 8 different allegations. Sex trafficking, human trafficking, sexual assault, gender-motivated violence, sexual harassment, gender discrimination, and a hostile work environment. Whether any of these stick, this will always stick to her. You know why? Because we see all the signs in every other aspect of his life. You can't tell me Young Miami ain't being groomed, even though she's grown enough to say, nah, I don't need the bag to keep moving forward. You can't tell me she is not in Diddy's Flavour camp. You can't tell me that. And I look at things in her so different. I know she knows so much shit. You talk about Cassie and sex parties. You know she has been arranging men. You know that. Hey, Saucy Santana. Yeah, I see it all now. My eyes are open like, okay. Is that just a ploy to get next to Saucy Santana so y'all could be good Judies? Y'all know y'all all in Miami. Young Miami live down there. Saucy lives down there. You live down there. Does Saucy Santana hold parties at your place? Invite men over. Invite the boys over. Y'all. And this is all allegedly. But when you look at this shit, you can't help but fucking wonder. You can't help but wonder. Right? Young Miami will continue to stay by his side. Good morning, Jay Dunn. It's King Roman. It's not King. She being shady. You gotta just been in here in the bushes listening while working. King Roman News. Please check out the book Dancing with the Devil by Mark Curry. He spilled Diddy's tea years ago. I read the book 6 years ago. Okay. Shout out to Jay Dunn. That was just a mess up. She loved King Roman News. What up, Shy Vaughn? Farnsworth Bentley. Now you know I had him up in here and I was like, that even makes me wonder about Fonzworth Bentley. I even pulled him out because I said I Googled to see, well, now what is he doing these days? That man over there selling some shit. But it makes you think about Fonzworth Bentley. That man was young and dumb and just followed him because what? He could dangle something in front of him and take it away. All this shit, I'm telling you, I believe it. I absolutely believe it. That's the word in Miami. I believe it. Y'all know he messing with Saucy. Uh-oh, don't get it started. Don't get it started. So I want to leave, well, not leave, but I want to leave y'all, wrap up my little report, the Groomers Report, Diddy's edition. I want to leave it with this commentary here because this is where we're going to fall. This is what will fucking happen because Diddy is powerful. Even though it looks good on paper and we believe it, Diddy is very fucking powerful. Very powerful, very connected, very manipulative. He knows how to spin this. Absolutely. I've been trying to say, I want to know what he's going to say. His lawyers has come out and responded. Do I have Diddy's lawyer's statement? Let's see. His lawyers have came out with a half-ass statement. Diddy lawyer. Yes. Diddy lawyer. And they said this. Half-ass shit. And y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me if you haven't, please, and subscribe to the channel. Consider becoming a member for your boy, please. All right. So Diddy's lawyers come out and said, in response, a lawyer for Mr. Combs, Ben Brafman, said Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Miss Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail. So there's two things going on here. Either she first approached him and said, I'm going to write a fucking book about what's going on. And he said no. And then she said, well, I'm going to submit a lawsuit, to which he then considered that to be blackmail, or they're fucking lying. And so, which I think is the latter. Despite withdrawing her initial threat, Miss Ventura has now resorted to filing a lawsuit riddled with baseless and outrageous lies aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation and seeking a payday. But we can't say it's baseless, and we can't say because we just saw some of this shit. We just heard some of this shit. The fact that Usher said when he was 14, she could literally use this in fucking court. The fact that he said he was 14 at a camp with you, seeing things on Howard Stern's show she can easily say, when I was 19, his same age, myself, but I was a woman and it was different. It was definitely manipulation. They could prove sex trafficking. They could look up hotel records. They could pull footage cameras. They could do all that shit. What do you mean? I hope y'all are ready to fight this shit. So that's what Diddy's lawyer said. But I want y'all to listen to this because I don't want us to fall through the cracks. I don't want this to become one of those situations where we just become it's Diddy. He can't do nothing like that. Nah. I can't even let this one go. It's absolutely in our face. So this bright black woman summed my final words and my final thoughts up gratefully for me. Please give her a round of applause and listen to what she says.
Yo, I see everybody asking me to do a commentary video on the Diddy situation, but I need way more than a minute to even begin to talk about the situation because I think the first thing I want to say is nothing is going to happen to Diddy. You are going to watch the level of retaliation Cassie is going to see is Yo, Diddy is a nigga. There is nothing but accusations of Diddy. Like, if there's the only thing I know about Diddy consistently is exploitation. Like, whether it doesn't surprise me to hear about it in a sexual connotation or with regards to DV or relationship, because all Diddy has ever done, all we've ever known about Diddy is exploiting artists, exploiting people. And also, she's not the first one to make these kind of accusations. There's been stuff with Kim Porter. There's been stuff with Danity Kane. Members have accused him of all kind of things. I mean, my God. And hip-hop will protect him. They will protect him. Entertainment will protect him. The black community will protect him.
And this is where I want to leave every last person in this room with this one last thought. We can no longer protect our own when they're fucking up with our own like this. We cannot. And so I listed everybody that responded, everybody that supported. You notice ain't no bigwigs come out here. You notice I'm looking for my Nikki. Nikki ain't say shit. All of the people that collaborate with, they ain't say shit. Look for these forms of retaliation because it goes deep beyond just Cassie. Let an artist come out here and say something. Diddy gonna get them snatched from the radio. You ain't releasing a project. See that carrot? But now that we're armed with this information, we can call that shit to the fucking rug. We can be the ones to say, hold up, swole up. Usher, why you ain't fucking saying that, nigga? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And I would like to know if you say I have no comment. I bet you don't. How much that cost you? So we have to carry this on. We got to move this forward. We got to know the facts. So I just laid it out. Watch the video. I laid some stuff out. I gave y'all some reference points. We know the facts. We know what we're going in armed with. It's not just Cassie. It's a persistent behavior. It's a trend. This man grooms his artists. We know that for a fact now. They get groomed. These people are groomed. She's just the first to come out and say something. She needs our support. She gonna need us to hold her up like, yo, okay. All right, I'm here. Now, again, let's say, God forbid, comes out and these are false. He's guilty. I mean, he's not guilty. Let's say that. Would I then come back and say, I don't believe it? No, I will not. Absolutely, will not. From watching what I just showed you all, going through all of his history and knowing his trend, nah. He could have been gave Howard $1 million. He could have been gave people their publishing rights. He could have been dropped the fucking album. He could have been fucking with people like Young Miami. But all of a sudden, everything is heightened this year when this shit is about to drop. Nah, shit just don't add up to me. So I'm gonna always have my suspicion and my eyes up, and we need to carry this message forward. We need to make sure that yes, there's something there, and call out other motherfuckers, call out other people. Watch in the coming days. There are gonna be more people coming out. There's gonna be more women. I'll be surprised if there's not more men that come out against Diddy. Men, and he's not the only straight male in the hip hop industry that does this kind of shit. I have my eye on a lot of motherfuckers. I definitely figured Diddy got down in the community, allegedly, but I didn't expect it was to the detriment of Cassie, that she had to go get you these men. No wonder your Young Miami situation works, because see, you ain't got to get Young Miami to do much. Saucy will bring the boys to the yard for you. That's a perfect setup for you. You probably are in love. You probably are happy right now, because not only do you have a beard, you have a connection, a good popping connection. I'm sure you're helping him produce his music. I'm sure that works both ways. Y'all got to pay attention to these signs, yo. Crew, that is all I have for y'all today. I really do appreciate y'all being here. I really, really freaking do, yo. We got a lot of different things coming up in the sector. I just don't understand how he was able to finesse everyone, even without things. It was just his time. It was his time, yo. It was his time. Great live. Thank you, Brown Sugar. I appreciate y'all. Yo, I appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all definitely got calm my nerves, because my nerves get to going, the smoke get to going. I really do appreciate y'all. I agree, King Romulus. Just FYI, I will be talking about you today. Of course, nothing rude or just. Oh, thank you. You saw me. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, thank you, S Hutch. I appreciate it too. I appreciate y'all being in here. The rich, powerful white folks love Diddy. Real talk. Real fucking talk. Okay, here we go. So we got Shelly's Brunch, 11/19, 3 p.m. Okay? Be there or be square. We'll be all at Shelly's house. I'm going to share that on my wall. Then on the 18th, the day before at 3 p.m., we got the charcuterie board challenge at D Spots. I'm going to share that on my community wall. Let's motherfucking go. And then we have the female fashion contest. Okay, January 14, 2024. It's gonna be hosted on my channel. We have Fit and Fly, Boss Lady, and Girls Night Out. Please sign up. Drop under the post and let me know you're interested in signing up, and I will reach out to you on IG, and we will get this thing going. What else we got here? Thank you, Honey Love. Honey Love, you're a member. Honey Love is a member. Thank you, baby. Thank you. I'm so glad y'all became members today, yo. Y'all show out for me. Y'all fucking showed out for me, yo. Y'all ain't even have to do that shit, but y'all did. Thank you. And it's not even on a beef live. It's on like a regular, like a topic live. Yo, y'all about to start my fucking weekend off great. She didn't tell one lie. Okay, welcome to the crew, baby. Look who Nikki is married to. Look at her brother. It's deeper than that. See? It's deeper than that. He's already getting justice. It's stupid talk like this. That he's too powerful to receive justice. He will get justice. That's what we're going for, period. Yupper. What's up, Pazar? Shout out to Pazar in the building. Thank you. And they ain't. Wow. Cassie telling him about the book jump-started this, and people called it when he did too. Exactly. That's what I felt. When she said, I'm about to write me a fucking book, this motherfucker was like, nah, you can't do that. That's what I was saying. Diddy have very powerful people behind him. Unless some others come out and say something, it will be her words don't mean anything. We got to carry this shit to the ground. Yo, this is the end of year exposure. End of year exposure, yo. Geechee girl, hey babes, what up? Shout out to Geechee girl. Risa, thank you. It's a great line. I pray they take Puffy down. Oh, y'all ain't playing. You shouldn't. You sending shots. The real K-Fit, thank you, boo. Thank you. Mark your calendars. Okay. Oh, yes, lady. Shout out to Lady motherfucking Nika. Ugly Christmas Sweater Challenge is 12/22. Be there or beware. Swear. I think I'm going to be doing the Ugly Christmas Sweater Challenge. Okay. I think I might be doing that, Lady Nika. Shout out to Lady Nika. That's on December 22nd. Be there or beware. My bad. Evil will always have its time and day of reckoning. This was a thank you, Miss Toby. Look at y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate it, y'all. Thank you, Miss Margot. Thank y'all. You just proved yourself successful without any beef sector commentary. Miss Baker, stop. Thank you. And another one. We're gonna have that fashion contest. King Roman News. You need to stop being nervous. You have great lives. I do. I still be nervous as hell. I really do. When I tell you that the beef sector mods are nothing to be played with, the best on YouTube, and I put that on God. And let me just say shout out to the motherfucking moderators. I'm telling you, I'm over here. They got it right down pat. It's time to start telling them announcements. But told them no bad boy artist showed up for his BET award. That's telling, ain't it? That's real fucking telling. KP was writing the book too. Oh, really? Sour Patch. Hey, boo. Shout out to Sour Patch. Hey, boo. Great points of view. Awesome. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, y'all. Oh, yes, Southern Belle. Dang, Southern Belle. Okay, I'm going to write all these down so we can get them on the wall. Southern Belle is having a gingerbread house challenge on 12/24. Be there. And I think I'm going to be a judge. Am I going to be a judge, Southern Belle? You got to let me know because I'm down. I'm down. Miss B-Town Hester, thank you for joining that membership, baby. The Ghetto View, thank you. Hey, what up, Shat? What up, Fat Cat? Why you got your name like that? Why it can't be Chat Rep, though? Why it can't be Chat Rep? Sheffy, we family. All right, y'all. So this is the part where I can open the lines up. If y'all want me to open the line up, or I can end the live. I don't know if y'all want to open the lines up or not. Welcome. My comment won't go through. What you trying to say, Jay? What you trying to say, Jay Dunn? Y'all let me know if y'all want to call in. And y'all call in, don't ask me a question. Just sound off for like 60 seconds. Tell us your thoughts on what it is, so that way we can get through. If it's more people calling, I'm about to turn it on right now. Because I do want to hear if y'all like agree, if y'all don't. Because she showed that fat cat. Sally O'Malley, remember, why y'all doing this? Look at y'all. Ain't nobody gifting. Y'all just gifting yourselves. Get out of here. Now we got to do. We doing call-ins only now on these kind of lives. If I was doing a regular live, I would drop the link. I just don't want to mess it up, so I was going to just do a call-in. But if y'all don't want to call in, I'm gonna drop the number. Hey, mods, if y'all want to pick up the number, if anybody want to call in and just sound off really quickly. Hey, mods, if y'all want to pick up that number, that's the number right there, the call-in number. Let me connect my phone to. Oh, it's connected. The groomer report, because he definitely was a groomer. And I hope y'all hit that like button. Y'all subscribe to the channel. All that good stuff. What's up, Linda? What up? What's up, member? What's up, member? What's up, Sonny B? 3 heartbeats. I will be there. I love the contest competitions. Okay? That's the number if you want to call in. If you want to call in and sound off. Let me write that. This has been really, really dope. Thank you so much. Look at Linda, a member. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Sally O'Malley. And I really appreciate it. Miss Riot, I enjoyed this video. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate that. Thank you all. Thank you all this morning for being here. I really wanted to break this down and get some points together. Last night I was up this morning trying to just draw some facts together. It really just give y'all like put a thought in your mind as you hear this and people talking about this today. If y'all find out anything, let me know. It's still no sound. I hope y'all can hear me. Okay. All right. If y'all find out anything, let me know. Drop under this video. To the replay gang, thank you so much. Y'all really been coming back, watching the video. I really appreciate it because that's what really, really counts is that y'all come back, y'all watch the video, y'all share it out. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And if you made it this far, I hope you gave me a like. I hope you subscribe. I hope I see you around, become a member. All that good stuff. That's the wrong number a man just picked up. Oh, shit. Did I put the wrong number out? No, it's the right number. What you mean? It's the right number, Jada, huh? Oh, it's a wrong number? Oh. Shit. How's the wrong number? I don't know how it's the wrong number, y'all. My bad. Maybe it is the wrong number. Oh well. Oh well, I'm about to fix Yeppy call. It sound like a white dude. Can you remember trying to get us cussed out? Wait, but hold up. How's that happening? Yo. That's not supposed to happen because I have a whole dedicated like little thing here. Shout out to what's the name who put me on to this? All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to let that go. I'm gonna have to hold on. This shit is just acting up this morning. Oh shit. I want y'all to sound off. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right. My bad. I did have the wrong. Is that the wrong number, y'all? Did I not have this number before? Damn it. It's been a long morning. Oh, it was the right number. Oh, I did have the wrong number. I didn't have the 210. I had 212. All right. Let's get you on so we can hear you on the speaker. Hello.
Hello, King Roman.
Hey, who's this?
S. Hutchinson.
What's up, S. Hutch? What up, S. Hutch?
I just wanted to call to tell you, first of all, the first number didn't work.
I'm sorry.
Because you didn't really need to drop the number. You are more than enough. You don't need a crew or anybody else to back you up on this. I think you did a phenomenal job. So that's what I wanted to tell you.
Thank you, S. Hutch. Thank you. That means a lot coming from you, though. On
That's why
some
the
real
number
shit.
didn't work the first time. That was God.
That was
God.
that was God.
That was God. But what I wanted to tell you, the other day I was watching this. No, I told you more than enough, and here I am running my mouth, right?
No.
So I watched this thing about Crisscross, and they were talking about the one boy from Crisscross passing away, and they were saying that he had gotten hooked on drugs and stuff, and his mom said there's some things people try to get him to do some things, you know, when he was young and get into the business.
Yep.
And I feel like that's an ongoing thing, and if you really look at the people, it always ties back to Diddy in some type of way. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Diddy are always taking these kids up underneath of him, or he's around. Then you got to look at him and Faith Evans and how tight they are, you know. Then you have to look at Faith marrying Stevie J. And they say that Stevie J likes to get down with the boys. You know what I'm saying?
Stevie J is another one. You're right. Stevie J is absolutely another one. Yes.
It's just so many things, and I think that we will learn more in time, but I personally feel like nothing's going to happen to Diddy. You know what I mean? I think Diddy is a little too powerful. His money's a little too long, and what a lot of these people do is they go out and they give certain money to police officers or certain, you know, areas and stuff like that. Like they'll sponsor different stuff for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like they make friends with mayors and police officers and judges and all of this other kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Diddy is not having these elaborate parties with just celebrities. It's a little bit of everybody there. So
It's a big. That's what I said. That's a machine. Like that's why I'm really like saying like, yo, she gonna need a lot of support because she is gonna get attacked. She truly is gonna get attacked.
and people are going to get scared to speak up because nobody wants to lose their opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Look at Bow Wow. His mama sent him off when he was young. People are willing to risk it all for an opportunity to have that Hollywood life. So that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to add to that, but I want you to know, if nobody else told you, you are more than enough. Okay, you don't need no help. All right.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
I appreciate you too. You too, boo. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Aw, that's the permanent number. That's the permanent number, Risa. So we're gonna have that locked in for good. I had the wrong. I put 212 instead of 210. All right, let's see who's calling in. Sound off. Good morning.
King Ramen, why you had me calling that right?
Who did you call, J Down? Who did you call?
Huh?
Who was on the other line?
It was some white man. He answered the phone and I said, King Roman. And he was like, who? And I said, King Roman. And he was like, who? And he was like, you have the wrong number. He hung up on me.
My bad.
That's what happened.
My bad. What you want to say about this topic?
Well, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to tell you about that book. It's called Dancing with the Devil by Mark Turvey. And no, it's not Hanging with Mr. Cooper, Mark Turvey.
I did think that.
No, it's the dude that used to be with Diddy and Bad Boy in the 90s. And when he left, he wrote a book. And I read that book 6 years ago. And so I was trying to type my comment to let you know I sent the information for the book to Demon Soul because I couldn't find you on Instagram. But I think because I was using the word Instagram in the comment, it wouldn't show up. And then also whenever I typed Amazon to tell you where you could find the book, it wouldn't show up.
Yeah, let me know because I want to put that on the community wall because I think other folks might be interested too. So if Demons, I hit her up. Thank you, J Don.
Yeah, I gave it. I sent it. Other things that I can contribute, but yeah, I sent the screenshot of the book to Demon Soul, and that way you can find it. But I think it's interesting that other people are writing books now. But Mark Curry was the first person to ever put out a book, and I think you might find it interesting considering what's going on right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You're welcome. Okay. Bye.
Hello. Good morning. Uh-oh. Call me back. Call back. Okay. Good morning.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. You on
So let me
live?
just say this. I know, I'm live. I wasn't going to say this was private.
I said, wait, you on live?
I wasn't going to say that was private. Am I shocked? No. Am I disappointed? I'm somewhat disappointed because it's a brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I kind of disagree with Shelly. I think that this just might take him out because I have a funny feeling that it might be several people that's going to start coming forward and saying, yeah, this happened to me. This happened to me.
I do. That's what we need to happen, though. We need that. That's why I said it'll be interesting for us to get our hands on who did not sign that NDA. Who didn't sign an NDA?
It just might turn out to be another Bill Cosby situation.
I agree.
Unfortunately.
And this time with men, with like we're gonna see more men involved in this than we did in Bill Cosby situation. I agree. I agree with you. I mean, I really want to, but he is very powerful. And I'm saying that to the point where, let's say he might get her to 30 million. He might get an investment. He might say, I'll give you 30 million over 10 years. That's a piece that for him, he can do that. So we don't know, like that might even be a way to get him out and have her close her mouth. So he'll find a way. He'll find a way to get this done. But as long as we out here talking about it, I think that's valuable in itself. Because he'll find a way. I think women and men are gonna come out. Yep.
Yeah, it just might happen. And I just also want to say a comment. I don't understand some of these parents that just, hoe out their children like that. Because they know when in hell my son will be 14 years old and living with a grown-ass man.
Not Diddy. Diddy at 14?
No, honey. Not a grown-ass man that's not related to him. And truthfully, I would be kind of leery to have him go into it because family will abuse you too, okay? So no, not no 14-year-old. That's why I think that he got interested in older women. Because I should only mess with older women. You notice that, right?
Yeah. Sean P said they are doing the story right now on CNN. Baby. Woo! I knew it was gonna be something.
So also, look up. It was a clip going around on YouTube of Young Jock talking about.
About the haircut, having
the
haircut.
And what she said. She said, "Well, if that's what Sean wants me to do, that's what I'm going to do."
What she's going to do. Absolutely. I mean, and that's another piece right there. He's not even. That's before this. So if he was saying stuff like that, that validates this kind of stuff that's coming out now. I absolutely agree. And that is a form of grooming and manipulating her. If he wants that, then why? Why do you feel like that? What does he got over your head? Is it a bill?
Yeah,
Is it financial?
and then I got one more point, and then I'm going to hang up because I know other people are calling. Let me tell you something. Audrey O'Day has been saying that for years that Puffy ain't shit, and has been, just basically telling the truth. And people were like, trying to blackball her, and I really believe that she has been blackballed.
Yep, they have. You're right, because even I was like, this bitch, what did she talk about? But I had to go back and watch it in its entirety, and she was just saying too many things that was just too like, damn. That sound.
And did you ever notice that?
No,
I'm sorry. Did you ever notice that she was the only one in the group that always tried to check him?
Yes. And he didn't like that. And as we saw, he did not like that shit. He did not. Just imagine Cassie trying to fight back on him and having her livelihood dangled over her head. I absolutely agree. Absolutely. Yep, she has been blackballed. Yep.
Yep. So my heart goes out to Cassie and everything, because I can't imagine that you had to endure that for 10 years. 10 years.
Fucking years. You're right.
10 years. Okay, so that's all I have to say.
Thank you for
have
coming
a blessed
up.
day.
You too.
Have a blessed day, King Roman and the rest of the crew. All
You
right,
too.
bye.
Thank you. Shout out to Miss Toby. Each girl say Jay-Z will be next, baby. You talk about powerful. There, that's another going up there. That's powerful as hell. It's like handing your child over to the priest. So Zap, you gonna call back or you not? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm waiting on you. All right, crew. I agree. So I thank y'all so much again. We did 2 hours and 30 minutes. We got to again cover this whole thing from beginning to end. We talked about suing, the grooming, what does grooming look like? I played a couple of videos of what grooming looks like. We talked about the drugs, the gifts, the sex, the violence, and I showed you all the Making the Band and Tasha K video. I showed you earlier interviews of them two on the red carpet, and we got to see sort of their behavior. And again, that behavior is very telling now that we see things now. This was just so telling to me.
Remember when niggas used to rap like this? They used to do that was like the new school stomp right there. It's before your time, girl, before your time. Check this out, y'all. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. You are here. You are now rocking with the best. It's your boy Diddy. It's my homegirl Cassie. Yes. And today's a beautiful day. Look how beautiful it is. Gorgeous. Look at that pretty guy down there. Hey, what's up, baby? Yeah, we just in the city. We just doing our things out here, just, counting money. Working our hustle on our block in front of the bad boy building. Yeah, we got buildings, bitches. And we here because it's a beautiful day. And so in honor of this beautiful day, we wanted to drop a beautiful single. Cassie's first single. Tell them about it, girl.
My single is called Official Girl. Danger produced it, The Clutch wrote it.
Danger, The Clutch.
It's crazy.
Bad boy, bitch.
Really excited about it. And I think a lot of girls are going to be able to relate to it. It's going to be really, really a good song to listen to.
Yeah, because everybody wants to be the official girl.
Everybody wants to be somebody's official girl.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So make sure y'all check it out. Cassie, she's coming back strong. That single right now, album coming soon. But we wanted to make sure y'all got to hear the single before the radio stations.
First listen.
So listen right now. Official Girl. World premiere.
Thank you.
How much are you taped in there?
I'm actually not. So
You're not?
I'm trying to keep it together.
You're a brave woman.
Thank you. I try.
Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Stello.
Gorgeous. Now you're going to sit down, watch the movie. Your boyfriend's sitting next to you, and you and Terrence are...
Yeah.
What does that feel like?
It's work. It feels, obviously there's a little bit of anxiety with that, but Terrence is a good friend of mine, and, Puff has been so understanding with everything, so it's good.
So do you believe in love at first sight?
I do.
Was it love at first sight with your boyfriend?
It was a long time ago.
What makes you guys work?
Well, I think what makes any relationship work, if it is working, is, just not talking about it too much and just keeping it close to your heart.
Final question. Is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in?
I keep everything right here. There you go. Or right here.
There you go. That's how you do it, right? Y'all have an amazing...
Baby, the signs were all there. All the signs, everything we need to see. So, again, shout out to the crew. Shout out to y'all for being here for me today. I really fucking appreciate it. It was a dope vibe. We got to break this down and talk about things. Hopefully we get more details in this case. The next things that we're looking for. So what's next? What's next is Diddy coming out here. His next public appearance. Whatever he is, whether he's going out, because now he's going to lay low. Now every move he makes will be scrutinized. Is it overly exaggerated? Are you going to see boys? Are you on drugs? Are you high? Everything based on this. And so what we're looking for now is next surface sighting. When will we see him surface? Where is he going? What is he doing? Who is he with? What we're looking for is other celebrities who are going to come out here and sort of support and throw some endorsement towards Cassie. We're going to be seeing who's next, who's going to say something. You're going to notice it's not going to be a lot of people. And then finally, we're going to be looking forward to hearing what the court says and what happens when they actually go to court. So be on the lookout for all of that information. Y'all, I thank y'all so much for being here. Please hit that like button. Please hit that like button for me. Please hit that like button. Show me some love. And I'm about to get out of here. I want to say bye to y'all. Thank y'all so much again. I will see y'all in the chats. Drop down. If you're getting ready to travel for the holidays this weekend, please be safe. I'm flying out Sunday evening. So I'll see y'all Sunday morning. But I'm flying out Sunday evening to go home for about 9 days. 9 days. Y'all know I ain't been in Rochester. I don't stay there for like 2 days, 3 days. I'm going for 9 days. So I'll be home for 9 days. I hope you all have a great time. I'm going to try to relax and enjoy some family. Until next time, crew. Until next time. Until next time. Hugs. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Until next time. Deuces.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman news gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know it can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman news.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman news. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman news, coming just for you. King Roman news, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman news, King Roman news. Let's go, let's go.